1 and wow!
What is up,
Happy
everybody?
Tuesday! Look at my ears. Maybe I should keep them in like a unicorn fashion. Is that cuter?
Oh, the unicorn press. I like it.
Like bunny ears, like.
Hello,
You
everyone.
guys, everybody's
so many people
here
tonight.
Oh my gosh, we got Steam. I gotta go. Steam's here. Silver Set's here. Dr. Menace, Bill, Mom there, and Mama Bill. Oh man, we got moms.
Everybody's here.
Who doesn't love a good mom?
Can you hear me this time? Am I audible?
Oh,
If I audible like this, hear me.
you're like the
Oh, your ears look
Amazon
like a bow.
app.
They look like a bow.
Isn't that cute?
I'm like the Amazon app.
You're so
Hey,
audible. You're like the
hey,
Amazon
hat.
app.
We got merch finally showing up.
Woo!
Official cap. There were concerns about the warehouse, about people, staying safe, but also getting stuff out. We ordered this hat before the designs
while
dropped,
ago.
like a week before the designs dropped.
That's true.
And it just got here, literally today. So
looks
there's
great.
a bit of a delay on all official cap items. So heads up on that if you've got something on the way.
We just have to say thanks, coronavirus.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yes. Follow up. We are still going live tonight. We are still going to be here tonight to hopefully entertain everyone that is staying home and staying safe.
Stay safe. Yes.
While we understand the anger, I don't think looting ever has a solvable or solving is a answer.
No,
that's
and
the thing.
So it's like violence and looting are both just definitely not the answer. So we definitely support like all the peaceful protesters out there. We believe everyone should be equal, hands down.
Defend yourself, but also don't. Yeah, solution. That's the word I was going for. Yeah, but stealing some businesses stuff doesn't really.
It doesn't solve anything.
Really get that.
That just hurts other people. You're just moving the hurt to somebody else. Anyway, we just want to say we're here for you guys because we want tonight to be fun and it's kind of, the world's problems will still be there once this is over. So we can worry about that later. But for today, it is super fun. We have to celebrate Steam because he is the winner of the month of May.
Steam won that May. So Steam's going to be getting his cap merch all official. What are you up to?
I'm just grabbing the list for us for the podcast.
Oh.
I got you. You keep going. You keep going.
Oh, okay. So that's a weird thing to pull up.
There we go.
Right there. Okay. So Steam, you get to pick out your item. Congratulations on beating everybody on you gotta click
Oh, you got it? Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Congratulations on that. So you've got all the spring 2020 stuff that is now available to you. And congratulations to some of the other people who got a little closer. It was a bit more of a fight this month.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see who will win next month. Thanks, you guys, for all the bids.
You're gonna let us choose.
You want us to choose?
Message that in the you know what, so that I know that I need to choose that.
Yeah,
otherwise I will
us out on
forget by the
Discord,
time
Steam.
this is all over.
Awesome. Well, now I think it's time that we finally introduce our amazing guest.
Bikini. Mom Bill just said bikini.
Definitely get a bikini, Steve. I think you should definitely do that.
So we are here with introduce.
So she's lovely. She's beautiful.
It's 02.
It's 02. Oh my gosh. She has pink hair. Wait a minute. It has blue hair. Her name is Kelsey Mayer, and she is an incredible voice actress. And she just so happens to be my lovely sister.
Yay!
Everybody, welcome Kelsey to the show.
Hello, hello, hello.
Talk.
Bad clapping sound. Yes.
I would like to thank the Academy and my sister, and I guess Blaine too.
We're so happy that you're here.
Yeah. I guess me.
You guess you.
I love you, Blaine.
In case you couldn't tell their sisters, we went ahead and made sure they both had ears.
Yep,
so
check it out.
Now you
there's
know.
a distinguishing feature there.
It's actually natural for us to have
It's very
ears.
natural.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely.
Literally growing up, we would have everything the same, except mine would be blue and hers would be purple, which is kind of fitting because it's kind of like that tonight.
That's so funny. I actually didn't even think about that. Like, you have blue hair, and I have literally purple is like my thing.
It's the BK color.
It's the BK color. Yes!
We're reliving childhood right now.
Wow. Full circle. Who would have thought? Yay! So we're just like super pumped because it's nice to have someone actually here in studio with us. She's physically here because she's family during the whole quarantine time. Yes,
I think we're allowed.
I can reach out and touch you.
I'm pretty sure that our restrictions ended on Saturday, so we're allowed less than 5.
Oh.
So as long as we don't have 3 other guests, I think we're okay to.
That would be a really hard show to produce. Be like, okay, you talk, and now you get 5 seconds. You.
It's just a big old like fight night commentary, basically.
A really bad Zoom call. Everyone's like, oh, no, you go. No, you go. No, me. Okay, you go.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, sorry. My bad. No, you.
No, please, don't you start.
Please, no, you.
It would be
you,
rude of me to
please
start.
you.
Anyway, we could go on and on. That's why I love you so much. Like, literally, like, I feel like we're twins that were a year and 9 months apart. Like, we could just finish each other's
Sandwiches!
Yeah!
Oh, no. The clipping already.
This is
This is gonna be amazing.
I was hoping she would say sandwiches.
I knew you were thinking that.
I think you knew sandwiches was coming.
Oh, I want an easy way to be.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I want an easy way to be able to see this. How do I
I
see
told
it?
you put it on your phone or put it on a tablet or
I'll
put it on
my
a
phone.
computer.
yeah, Katie, put it on a
goodness.
phone. Gosh.
We went over
Eat
this.
the food, Tina.
Tina, gosh. So obviously everyone is here because Kelsey.
It is where I become a third wheel.
Blaine could definitely be a really nice.
But I also get
third
control
wheel.
of when we become demonic. And we all become demonic.
All the
But
time.
sometimes I can make it so that only I'm the demon.
No.
Am I a demon? I'm the innocent one.
I sound like I'm in a tunnel or something.
Yeah, I was picking you up.
Doesn't work.
My mic picks you up a little bit. It's not
not
one
the greatest.
directional.
Anyway, so you're here in person.
Yes, I am here in person. I could literally touch you right now.
Do you want to touch?
Touching.
Okay.
Oh,
Can they see the touching? They can't even see it, but it's there.
It's
It's here. The touching.
yeah. There's the hand. There's the disembodied. We just have like a mannequin hand that we use.
That would be really
just
funny.
reached in with like
Yeah.
a mannequin and like so there's nothing there.
Or if you came out
That
with
was
a
all
tiny
staged.
hand. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
tiny
that wasn't
hand
my real hand.
Would have been better. Would have been real
That would-
funny with a tiny hand.
Yeah, we believe coronavirus. Yeah,
We do have some tiny hands.
we do.
Yeah,
Could've brought them.
and tiny feet too. Believe it or not.
Ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Gross.
You guys.
So
This is going to
gross.
be us just talking about random stuff. Blaine, you can be one of my wheels. I call it dibs on the big wheel. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh.
I get to be one of the tiny wheels in the back.
Wow. So, you are here in person. How did you get here in person?
Well, Katie, I flew in from the great land of Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, Phoenix.
Flew
Wow.
in.
Gosh.
Now you flew in a couple weeks ago, so like
Yeah.
what? I remember back in March, one of my friends flew down to the Arizona area, and they took pictures of the of SeaTac empty, like straight empty. And this was
Yeah.
around the same time when I was going to work and the roads were empty. A couple weeks ago, so this is months since I saw that. Was it still just empty, like as you were going?
You know, there were more people than I expected, actually.
Okay.
I actually flew up here in the beginning of March before
That's right.
COVID shutdowns happened and everything.
Wow.
So there were maybe less people than that, but just about the same amount of people.
Really?
However, different airlines have different policies. And when I flew back to Arizona in March, they had none of the middle rows were open to people. So
Oh.
there was nobody sitting in the middle seats whatsoever.
And they call
How
that
nice that must have been, though.
They call that 1 foot airplane social distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 6 feet in airplane feet.
Well, you know, since an airplane is traveling faster, it means the distances are contracted. So it means
Don't
you
even,
can-
don't even get me started.
This discussion last night was so heated.
It's not heated.
It was spicy.
It can't be heated.
Okay, I don't want to change the subject for too long,
No,
but
change
literally,
it. Change it.
we were
can go
discussing
back.
about how is this like quantum physics stuff, basically?
Not even.
Okay, it's like
It's
the
relativity.
the faster you travel, like towards light speed, the more time becomes distorted.
Slows down.
Slows down.
Time slows down, and distances get shorter as well.
But that's like, it blows my mind. I just literally cannot comprehend it. I'm like, time is constant. Why would it change for you? Why is time relative?
It's not constant though.
Apparently
So
not.
weird.
My world has been shook.
The world is created by a fabric of space-time. So space and time are both dimensions that we exist in. And because they're dimensions, they can be multiplied and divided or shrunk so that they can match what we see in reality.
Okay.
And since something like the speed of light is constant and it has to be constant for everyone, that means one of two things. Either the distance is shrinking, and or the time is slowing down so that the speed of light can still be the speed of light when you're traveling closer to the speed of light.
So if you're an ant, that means time is like racing, right?
Like super fast.
Like it's the fastest timeline there ever was.
Maybe.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Because like when you watch
Because it's going
cartoons, right?
slow?
They'll like always like in Ants or whatever the movie, like they would always have humans walking over them be like really big and slow.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
I think that's trying to replicate the fact that their metabolism is super fast because they're super tiny creatures, and so since their entire system is moving faster overall, they perceive the world as slower. And not that they physically are existing in a slower
What
reality.
if you put an ant in a rocket ship?
And then blasted that rocket ship at the speed of light? Then that ant wouldn't age. It would not age.
Forever Ant.
Forever ant. Yeah.
Forever ant. I wanna be forever ant.
Is this all going to be on the test? Yes, Dr. Menace. Blaine Storm's big test of weird words.
And she definitely has wing steam. I missed that. Wow. But yeah, so literally this was our conversation at like a little bit towards midnight, and my mind was just like frizzle frazzled. I couldn't even think about it.
Explain it a bit more than that. We were watching Gunbuster.
No one knows what that is. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
Video.
Fine.
Oh, Blaine.
It's true.
Gunbuster is a classic mecha anime. And
Yes.
there was a ship that was flying near the speed of light, and they flew up to catch up to it. And
that's
they
right.
were like, oh, it's only been like 2 days on the ship. And Katie was like, that's not real. And I was like, well, here we go.
But how did they had to go faster than light speed to catch up to them. That's not possible.
Or they just had to go faster than the ship that was practically at light speed.
Oh, forgive me. Sorry, you guys. Okay, how many people clicked off just now? I'm just
We got one more viewer, so obviously people want to come to Blaine Storm's
totally joking.
lunch set.
Oh, Dr. Menace says
Gunbuster! Right? We have,
Gunbuster?
we have to actually finish it because we basically stopped 10 minutes in to discuss the theory of relativity.
Yeah, it was like the first 10 minutes, just like, no. I was like, stop. I need to have clarity.
I thought I would be like straightforward, like fast things to slow down.
Yeah.
And that's literally how GPS works. We know this is a true thing. And rather than just be like, oh, okay.
I will not accept it. I understand it's a fact of
Time is
life.
time! I was like, whoa, no. I am a bit of the, well, actually.
Like,
I'm just
well,
gonna sit back and listen to this.
well, that was, yeah. But maybe we'll finish it sometime soon before you leave. We should.
We'll see. We've got one day to do
We
that.
have a little bit of time left.
We can do
A
it.
little bit of time.
I'm sure we can do it. Anyway.
Okay, so
So they cut out the middle rows
yes.
so that you're not literally licking someone's elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
That's the step they were taking. Was the plane without the middle row still, like, if you looked at it, filled, or were you mostly your own row?
In March, there was like hardly anybody that decided to go flying.
Right.
But now that we've all kind of got used to this new norm thing, the seats were basically full when I flew up here around this time.
So like in May recently.
Yeah, in
like
May.
2 weeks ago.
Minus the no-go seat.
Right.
Huh.
Weird.
Exactly. So I think everybody's kind of like
Relaxed
a little bit and just
Yeah.
like, I mean, the one other thing is that masks are mandatory. So when you fly, you do have to wear a mask, or they will give you one at like the front desk thing.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So
That's really nice.
I mean, they're still taking extra precautions. They also gave you like a little paper bag with your water and a little snack and stuff. And Yeah, so that's kind of all the changes that I really saw.
Right.
But all other things are still the same. You still have to go through TSA.
Yeah.
Everyone's still
else
cranky.
is still.
Everyone's still cranky.
Right.
They're like, take off your shoes. Put it in the thing. But, like, don't they have to, like, sanitize the buckets after people touch them every single time?
I mean,
That's a good question.
Like, should they do something like that?
Did they not already do that?
No. I don't think you got boxes this time around.
Oh, you didn't?
Actually. Like, you just kind of put your stuff in there.
You just shoved it in
Yeah, you just kind of shoved it through.
What?
It's all, like, outside of the bag, but
Yeah.
you just, like... That's hilarious.
Oh,
Just shove it in there.
that doesn't sound like fun at all.
Okay, it's better than touching a plastic thing that someone else probably
Although I guess
sneezed in their hand and touched the
I
thing.
guess we do
No.
have pre-checks. So we already don't do buckets. We already.
Yeah, sometimes they do. I think it depends on the airport, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, they always tell us to put our stuff in our carry-on and then we just stick it in the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But you don't have to, like,
We
take
don't
off your
really have
shoes
a-
and pre-check. I mean, we're fancy.
Let's be fair. It came free.
Special.
It came free with the card. So
That's true.
I wasn't gonna say no to it.
So nice. That's so nice.
Oh, no. It's like a school trip. Disinfectant wipes are still AWOL here in the Maricopa. Oh, sorry. Paper bag is adorable. I guess it is kind of nice, actually, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, we wash our hands and made a cute little snacky bag. Like, here's
So,
your school
here you
lunch.
Enjoy your flight. I won't see you for the rest of this time.
Right? We're going to be in the back, so if you actually need anything, like, don't call.
Pretty much.
Like, they didn't
Flight
go
attendants
down
are just
the
like,
aisle.
phew, I don't have to see that guy again. What a
right.
jerk face.
Wow.
Just see the girl
Why
with the
they
blue
jerk?
hair. What a dork.
She's actually, like, really cool. They're, like, secretly jealous. They're
Yeah.
like, wow, I wish I had,
I mean,
like, cool
really,
hair.
they're probably just jealous because you're sitting in the plane playing with your Switch, and I'm pretty sure those are still pretty hard to get a hold of right now.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Since Animal Crossing is incredible,
Not
everyone wants that.
Not even that. What? Like Switches, like 2 months ago went like sold out everywhere.
Because
And
of
it been-
Animal Crossing.
And it's been that way for a while.
Yeah.
Was it Animal Crossing?
It definitely was Animal Crossing.
Yo.
That's like the
I feel
thing
like it was
saving people's
before
lives
that.
right now.
I feel like it was before that though.
Nah. We have a lot to owe Animal Crossing. I'm just saying. Like,
I'm gonna get comments about this.
yes.
Thank you, Animal Crossing, for giving me a life outside of life.
Right, a nice island life. I can see the water.
Wow. Away from COVID. You just like, what?
Fish update. That's what we forgot.
Do people want to hear about the fish update?
Fish update.
That's the theme song for Fish Update?
It is now.
You need
It
like
is
a
now.
Zoom function, be like, Fish Update. And it's like your face,
Update.
and it goes back. What's so special about the fish? You had to
I'm
tell
ready to
everybody.
hear about the fish.
Yeah.
One of our shrimp, which it turns out our Sakata shrimp are actually red Ellis shrimp. It has a saddle, so we're about to have shrimp eggs. Who knows?
That's right, baby
Who knows?
shrimp.
Who knows if we'll have baby shrimp? But
I'm hoping.
it's got a saddle, so the eggs are coming. And our white minnows, one of them is great with egg.
Oh,
And-
she's
and
so
at some
pregnant.
Point, at
It's
some
so
point, well,
pregnant.
she's not pregnant. She just has eggs. It's different.
Okay,
It's not a mammal.
Yeah,
At
I
some
just relate
point-
to it as pregnancy.
At some point, we might have baby white cloud minnows too. So.
Some spawning.
Fish update.
Fish up, yeah.
Fish update.
Oh my gosh, Silver said that's genius. Use a fisheye lens. Definitely going
Yes.
to do that. But now it's gonna be like all the updates are over and be like, we have this fish update thing. We'll just like have to say something random about fish. Be like,
Oh, there's
by the
always
way,
something like, oh, I did a 20% water change today. Everything's looking great. A
yeah,
little bit of
fish are
foam on the
happy.
water, so there's an increased protein content, which means I'm going to reduce the feed a little bit.
Excellent. Excellent.
Japan shut down Nintendo distribution ahead of the COVID outbreak.
Oh, thanks, Mama Bill. That makes
a lot of
sense.
I see.
Yeah. Hey.
And if they're not, I mean, we all know Nintendo doesn't care to actually make anything to sell it. I mean, look at the mini consoles. When they made the NES Mini, and they just didn't make hardly any, and you couldn't get a hold of them. And the SNES Mini had the same thing, and it wasn't until like last year
Oh,
that
are
they
you
became
saying-
accessible.
They're saying like they do it on purpose. Like we're gonna make it actually hard to get one, so that they make it a bit more expensive.
No, not even that they make it more
It's my
expensive.
Donald Trump voice,
They have the
So like you said, yeah, right.
They have the same deal as.
It's okay, I can't do any better.
I'm sure you got it.
Oh, we definitely will be getting into the voice acting stuff because I would love to hear your Donald Trump voice impersonation.
Okay.
I think it'd be awesome.
I'm excited to hear it too.
Go ahead, Blaine. Sorry, continue your.
What was I talking about?
Nintendo Switch is being
Oh,
sold out.
they do the Toyota thing, the just in time, just as needed. So like they don't over order, they don't do anything like that. So they only make as much as they think they're gonna sell. And when something like that, like obviously nobody at Nintendo was like, oh, people really are into retro game consoles, even though I buy most of my retro games in Japan.
That's true.
You would think, yeah, the JIT manufacturing, that's what it is, just in time.
Just in time.
And it's just like, make the thing. Like you've got a world that wants your retro systems. Just do more. I literally had to have a friend who stood in line at a place that was giving out 3 of them so that I could get my SNES Mini. Like it was.
They're never gonna do more. Let's just face it. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
Just
fine.
sad trombone. They're not made no more.
I don't know anymore.
Conspiracy Katie, yes.
With a
love it.
K.
I love Dr. Man's. Okay, this sounds a bit fishy. Could we see a picture? If not, can I ask, what are you going to do next? Nice jokes. Hilarious. Jokes.
Yoke.
Well, I guess we alluded to it. So one reason that we wanted to have you on and talk to you, other than the fact that you were
You're
here
amazing
and available,
and hilarious and
is
awesome.
that you're in a very interesting world that I at one point thought I wanted to be in as a young 6-year-old. And
Who didn't
6-year-old Blaine.
yeah, a little 6-year-old Blaine pretending to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast, like all that stuff, like practicing as a kid. You are a voice actor.
Indeed I am.
You are.
We need like every 15 seconds, like they like change voice, and like you change your voice every single.
Next time we'll have a
Change your
challenge
voice.
button.
Yeah, challenge voice. Time to change your voice.
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 I think that's the same voice you did last time.
It's kind of the same one. Sorry.
You went-
I think I lost the battle.
You
I
went
lost
from
the battle.
change your voice to change your voice. You just said it like more annoying.
No, it was more sing-songy. Okay.
Well, okay.
It was a
Just 'cause
sing-songy
someone's
version.
I mean,
singing-
it was the same voice, but singing though.
Yeah, so I lost the battle. You just can't copy. You just can't copy them.
Right.
That's the challenge.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, okay, enough about that. We could literally just make sounds all the time.
Literally, that's all we do. That's how we communicate as sisters. We just make sounds
Use
at each
sounds. Yeah, that's how everything communicates.
other. You know what?
It's so true, though. So, okay. We'll just go like start off hard,
Anyway,
hard
sorry.
stop. We're doing a hard stop here because we could go on forever.
I know.
You know?
Oh, I know.
Literally, I kind of know the answer to this, but people on here might not know exactly. But
Well, I don't 100% know what spurred on
yeah,
the
what made
transition.
you
'cause-
want to become a voice actress?
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, well, not even just want. Like, what was the? I guess want is a good way to say it.
Yeah. What's the drive?
The
It's like
inner
watching
desire.
dolphins.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the transition, right? Because, like you were into acting, you were doing acting, and then there was a distinct period where you switched, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But like I didn't question like why you thought that. I just I probably assumed at the time like, oh, we were at a convention or something and you got inspired, but kind of what led to the change from acting to voice acting?
Well, yeah, so you're right. I was in film acting and stage acting, and I went to school for that. So I got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting for stage and screen. Wow! And then I spent a couple of years in Los Angeles. And from there, went on auditions and stuff. You take classes as an actor to keep your skills sharp.
Yes.
And so
Pointy.
one day I just decided, hey, like, I really love anime, and I also really love acting. So why don't I try out a dubbing class? So I went to this studio called Bang Zoom Studios, where they do they do dubbing galore. Like if you see anything on Crunchyroll, Funimation, etc., they've probably dubbed it.
Now, are they a studio that is just a booth basically, or are they actually doing any sort of licensing to get the contracts?
Like they have a whole bunch of rooms that are different studios, so you can have like multiple projects going on at one time.
Gotcha. Like a Japanese karaoke hall.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
That's awesome.
And it has a kitchen and everything, and they have a whole bunch of Rick and Morty references all around.
That makes sense.
Very specific, but I like it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Rick and
I
Morty.
also love Rick and Morty.
We do. So from that class, that's kind of where I decided, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't have to be in front of like 20,000 people watching me do my thing. It's just me and the microphone and maybe a director or an engineer or something like that.
Yeah.
So it just kind of felt more comfortable for me because I'm more of an introvert by nature.
Yeah.
So
You literally could fool anybody with that, though. Like, it's true. I understand.
I'm an actor. I can fool anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So just having that inward nature and not having to like feel the pressure of like performance anxiety as much.
Yeah.
It's like my comfortable, fun place that I get to be, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it all started, was just by taking a random class. And from there, I just started taking more and more classes.
That's
and
awesome.
met more people, and they were like, hey, you should like actually audition for stuff and get paid to do it. And I was
There you
like,
go.
That's the
wow,
dream.
that's a
Not
concept.
just sit on casting call or casting. What is the website?
Casting Call Club?
Yeah.
Casting
it
Call
must
Club,
be
that one.
Casting
Yeah.
Call Club.
We're like
Casting Call Club.
we're like everything is a webtoon and like nobody's paying anything, but it's you can yell into a microphone and someone's like, "Thanks for being in my cartoon."
You're the best.
It's so great. It's like if you just want to
guys.
like. You find like the lowest, there's like no
It's
one like
awesome.
applying, and you're just like,
Yeah.
here's my voice, and they're like, thank you, and you're like, I feel good.
Yeah, I did it.
You're welcome.
But it literally just goes to show you that, like, you just kind of, well, you were already interested in acting, so you kind of had, like, a focus. But, like,
Yeah.
just going out and trying stuff, you never really know what's going to take off with your life
Until
from
you
that.
try it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
Yeah.
always try new things because, I mean, not to, like, totally go on a quick tangent, but, like, even for me,
Tangent.
I
Don't
was
stop
always
apologizing.
like,
go deep.
go deep
Go into
or
those
go
tangents.
shallow.
Get
Go deep or
into
go
the
shallow.
lava, Katie. I want to see you burning with passion.
That's how I die.
Tangent away.
But I was just gonna say, because like even for me personally, like I've just never really known what I want to do with my whole life, but like literally just trying new things, trying Twitch, trying YouTube, trying like voice acting. You just never know what's you're gonna be your next joy in life, and this has been ours for sure.
Right.
A nice little Twitch, we're trying the Twitch
Oh,
times.
I mean, I love. I mean, sure you.
Oh, you want a Kanpai? Is that what you wanted?
Well, you grabbed that.
It was just my second nature.
Kanpai.
Kanpai. We can do a physical Kanpai.
And you can just pass that off to Blaine. Pass that Kanpai over there.
A Kanpai. Here, I'll put it in chat. We got our nice little Kanpai email.
Kanpai
Oh.
to life.
So excited! We got new emotes coming.
Yes.
New emotes. We're waiting for Twitch to finally do their
pending.
manual
and
review, but
Yeah.
whatever.
They're going to be excited. They're just super cute.
But no, I mean that's super important to like try things because like you never know what you're interested in until you've tried it. Honestly,
Yeah.
and you've never known like what you could even
capable of.
think that you could enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that they don't sound fun, but as soon as you do it, you're like, oh, I could do this for a while. So I think that's super important that you're always like put yourself out there to try to figure something out that you want to do next.
Yeah.
Right?
And like you're
Absolutely.
saying, like you're kind of like introverted in nature, so this is like a perfect fit. But being an introvert and like trying to do like acting and all that stuff originally, was that like kind of stressful for you, or would you enjoy it still?
I mean, there's just something about being in front of a live audience and the energy that you get from people. Like, even if you're not directly interacting with Okay, sorry, I'll stop using my hands.
No,
as
it's
much.
not you.
No.
He's talking to me.
No, our mic stands have
me
awful springs on them,
hitting the microphone.
and so the microphone keeps getting smacked. So I'm just like,
Hey guys,
I saw you making
hear me?
like
Testing,
T-Rex
testing.
arms, and
No,
I
those
saw
were-
myself
those
going
were-
like this. So I was like, "Oh no, am I doing the wrong thing?"
no. T-Rex arm I would be laughing at.
T-Rex arms are great.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to be
Okay, then
subtle.
I'll just keep
It
it,
was
like
me
this the whole time.
It was me doing the T-Rex arms on the microphone.
I was trying to be subtle with
It's
the-
not you. It's
Don't play the drums on the mic stand. That was the subtlety there.
Sorry. Back to me.
It's on you.
So with acting, there's just something about being in front of a live audience where you feed off of the audience's energy, and you just feel like you can do anything and you can be anything, and it kind of pushes you. I remember when I was in Fools, and I was playing the main character whose name I totally forget right now, but she's she's just super dumb. Like she like that's just the whole shtick about this town. The shtick is this town is dumb, and this guy has to come in and cure them from the dumbness curse.
Is this person
a fun thing.
teacher? Do they?
Yeah,
are they a school teacher? Is
They
that
are
how
a school teacher, in
That's
fact.
how they cure the dumbness.
And that's how they cure the dumbness.
wow. What a story.
But with me, like, I could tell when the audience needed more like shtick, so I would give it to them like extra, and feeling that they're like, I don't know, it fills you with like happiness and joy when you can make an audience laugh or when you can make them cry. Like one show that I did, I got to see angels, and it was about this girl who was kind of an outcast in her society, and she was the only one who could see these angels in the society. And it helped everyone's like faith and belief as well.
Oh, cool.
In the
Because
end of
she
the
could
show,
see it.
because she could see it, even though like it caused a lot of problems and it caused a lot of people to like question their faith and stuff. So
Yeah.
a lot of cool, interesting questions, but like just being able to cry and like make an audience cry.
Wow. That's
Like-
like you have power in those moments.
You have so much power.
Yeah.
And so like you kind of feel that. And I guess that's kind of what it is. Like you have this emotional power over an audience, and that's what storytelling is kind of all about. Like you're there to influence people to like think and come to a deeper understanding of life and people and ideas.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of goes both ways, because like you were saying earlier, like you fed off the audience and you realized that they needed you to be more foolish in that role, and so like trying to I take everything back to sales, because everything that I know is sales.
He's a salesman. Very
but-
logical.
But you're trying to well, it's not even logical. It's just like that same idea where it's like you're trying to
relationship.
fill that need of theirs to see someone who's even dumber or even more foolish in this instance. And from that, I mean, that while doable, while totally being capable of, like, I can see that being very draining as well, where you're having to spend you're already performing, you're already doing a thing, and then you can tell that somebody needs more or needs
like,
something else, and so then you're trying to
all
give
that
them
energy out.
even more of that, more power.
More, yeah. Just like
Palpatine.
yes, more
Steve-
power.
that would lead to like a real draining aspect of all that. Like, did you kind of
totally.
feel that like at the end of the night?
Totally. Like at the end of the night, I would just like come home and pass out for like 12 hours because like I was emotionally drained. I was physically drained from like going through the motions of this show.
And actually doing this blocking.
Yeah. And like mentally drained also from like having to remember lines and remember where you go. So it's kind of like the whole shebang. You're using mind, body, spirit as an actor.
Yeah, embodying it literally.
Literally embodying everything about this character. So at the end of the day, you just want to like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Give me like some water, and I'm just gonna go sleep right now.
Yeah, right. Advil, conk me out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, kind of jumping ahead in our thoughts a bit. Do you after a recording session, now, do you still feel as drained having put everything into the microphone, or do you feel more energized about like, yeah, I did really well, and you're not like as dragged at the end of it?
I mean, it depends on how long you're going for, but I feel like even as a voice actor, you still have to go through the entire process as an actor, because that's the main point. You are still an actor. Like, sure, you can create a cool voice or, you know, make a funny voice. But at the end of the day, it's really about acting, because you're still storytelling. So you... most of the time, I'm still using my full body, especially like if it's a voice that's out of my comfort zone. Like today with my voiceover coach, we worked on little boy voice, and my abs were so tired at the end of it. So
nobody really understands how much little boys use their abs like constantly.
Crunches all the
time.
I'm a little boy.
Well, I mean, not even that. You got to be ready for the kickball to hit you in the abs at any moment. You know,
and all those
you
bullies.
You're always prepped for the bullies and the kickballs.
Personally, I think you want a nice butt, because then you can just go boom.
Little boys want to do that. I mean, sure, whatever.
Why not?
I mean, little boys do want a nice butt.
Well then.
Okay.
Thanks, Blaine.
I did. That was a I don't know what you're talking about.
You're on your own. So you're saying like it was obviously physically draining because you had to push yourself to like really become like you would become a little boy. Maybe you didn't embody him like physically, but you were like you have to physically change your structure of how you're breathing and your diaphragm and maybe some of your posture to really make this voice come out the way you want it.
Exactly. And you're still doing like the mental work too, because like even more so because you have to imagine who you're talking to. You're not you don't have a scene partner with you, you know? So you have to really think, who am I talking to? Why am I telling this person this thing? So you have to do, I think, almost even a little more extra work as far as imagination goes.
That's true, because like in a physical setting you actually have like this one's sorry you actually have like the reference person be like, we are acting together. I feed off your energy, you feed off mine. I have context for what's going on.
You can see immediately if I'm making a confused face or if I don't know what's going on. You can read it on my face, or you can read that I'm getting angry about what you're saying and you can react to that, whereas you're having to do that
in your mind's eye.
Do you like use visual aids of any kind to kind of help like be that mirror for you, basically, to kind of say like, I'm talking to someone who's angry, and you bring up pictures of people who are like upset with you?
I mean, I don't really need that because like I've gone through the emotional work already, so I kind of already know like what being angry feels like. I don't really need to see necessarily what that looks like.
I know what being angry feels like too.
All the time.
I live the anger.
I rage all day. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's nice when you get like a character sheet that shows you what the character looks like. Because then that helps you make different choices as far as like how the voice is going to be. Like if this is a teeny tiny creature, you're probably gonna be talking up here like this.
Unless it's literally comedically low voice.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
but then you would be given that. You'd be like, hey, there's this little tiny like fluff ball.
But he has a deep
voice.
voice.
But it talks like a little Brooklyn man. Like, you know, it's just like, it's funny for like the reference, but
That's incredible.
Is that you?
That was Kelsey.
That was.
It wasn't me. See, it's genetic.
I
think it is.
It has to be. We know it now.
Has to be.
This doesn't happen often.
Sure it doesn't. Kelsey, wait. We have to do a quick sidetrack.
Wait,
Kelsey. All three of us? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's my favorite thing to do.
That's probably still slow.
Wow.
I'm
Way
always
to be slow.
I'm not great at those.
So, not to go back to voice acting. Wait, we gotta ask a quick question. So would you ever want to do physical acting still? or do you want to do both? Would you want to just do one?
That's a good question. I currently right now I strictly want to focus on my voice acting. Just because I love it so much, and I know that I personally still have so much to learn as far as like being in the voice actor field. So that's kind of where my focus is right now, but who's to say? Like, I wouldn't mind doing, you know, like some physical acting again, maybe get back on the stage. It's nerve-wracking as all goodness, but I love it.
I believe it. Because, like, literally, we both, I mean, I've only done high school stuff and maybe, like, one external thing in theater. But, like, how you were saying, like it's so much adrenaline. You feel like you could, like, literally vibrate off the ground. But then, like, right? But then literally once you go out on there and things start unfolding and happening, it's great. But like
absolutely.
But for me personally, it's like sometimes like having that like physical audience, like even here, like we have you guys, like we have Twitch, but it's like this is more of like a fun conversation we're having instead of like I must perform for you. So it's not, I mean a little bit.
There's a little bit of preparation. Oh, I wasn't ready for that one.
I just did it on my own. No one was supposed to.
Apparently
no one was
that was
aware.
all you.
And we're just looking at you like, okay.
The prep's all much more technical though. You're not really prepping for like obviously you turn it on a little bit when you're reacting to things, or you're like, oh, this thing that like would mildly annoy me. Yeah. Now it infuriates me.
Because it's way more fun to have someone rage.
Just because having more emotion period is more enjoyable for someone to watch, unless your thing is that you're deadpan. But I mean, as long as all the equipment works, like everything's all set.
Wow. Yeah. Fizzle.
I know, right? You want some ASMR? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Shh. Coke.
That one all the way up the top. Oh, a little bit of lime in there. A little bit of whiskey.
Wow.
That's
Coke.
the only way that we can get this to. Oh no, I'm gonna spill over everything, aren't I?
Oh no, don't spill. Oh my gosh, that's our equipment.
Yeah, you want that spilled.
ASMR is one of our favorite things to do.
I don't know what it is about fizzle noises, but
it makes you giggle. You're a fizzle giggler.
Tickles her. Like,
don't die. Don't die.
Don't die, Kelsey.
Apparently, you're not supposed to die.
Blaine knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's true. Since you're a voice actress, would you ever consider doing some ASMR?
I'm making ears all juicy.
Wow, you're making people's ears juicy.
On,
wait.
Hold on.
Oh,
that's gain up.
Oh my
gosh.
Down. Okay, sorry. I'll be quiet.
See, that's the ASMR. That's the ASMR I'm not a fan of, like the mukbang ASMR.
I think you need to turn me down just a a little bit.
Yeah. I cranked your gain for your ASMR there.
Oh my gosh.
The macaroni noises you call it.
I call that macaroni noise.
Because it sounds like you're
sounds
stirring
like you
them.
stir macaroni.
Please stop.
You started
I annoyed myself, okay?
How about ASMR? Just for like a whisper ASMR,
well, you can do,
like something nice.
You
like
can
say,
do any type of
awesome.
ASMR, really.
You can do any kind of ASMR. It doesn't have to be mouth
like
noises.
Positivity ASMR.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, yeah, do it.
Hey boy, you know you're really awesome. I just want to let you know that I support you in every single way.
Wow.
And I'm here for you. Do you need a hug?
Hug me now. Hug me long. Hug me hard.
Hug me long, hug me hard.
We both had the same answer.
You said, no, I was echoing. I was echoing.
Oh, I thought you had, and I had the same idea.
Echoing.
Oh, okay, well, very good.
Oh gosh.
Hug me long, hug me hard. Sound like a robot. What's a robot?
A robot.
A robot. Oh, hug me now. Hug me, please hug me. Well, maybe that's what you could do for your. You could do like
for
a
my
YouTube
career
or something.
Well, I mean,
People,
there's positivity ASMR, but I always like just random things ASMR. Like I'm making you breakfast ASMR. Like, and so it's like the entire sounds of would you stop the click clack? I didn't say click clack. Oh, you weird. Why people hit water bottle? I don't get it. Like, just Make the breakfast.
Oh, it's hug time.
It's like the sounds of like whatever the act is. Like I listened to like a fishing ASMR one time, and I was like,
wow,
whoa, because it was like it's like little things like opening the tackle box. And like rummaging through the tackle box, and then like the sound of the plop as you cast it out, and like all these little things where I'm just like, I'm not an ASMR, like I don't get the motive response from any ASMR
I don't
stuff.
either. It's kind of gross.
But I really like setting sounds or not Foley. What's the term for that?
I understand what you're saying, but like environmental
Kind of
sounds.
like
environmental.
Foley noises.
But
Yeah.
Is it Foley though?
Foley work is like making
Foley's
sound
making
effects.
the sound effects, but I thought there was
But
a
like an
specific one
actual,
for
you're doing
the
it.
environment.
Well,
Bill will Google it for us.
Bill will
if
find
there's
it.
a term
Viral
for it.
ASMR.
but I was gonna ask you, like, for the ASMR, did they like? Can you hear the hook going into the bait? Like,
No. You're not hearing.
that-
You're not hearing things that don't make noise.
I mean, that kind of makes a noise.
Well, by like opening the bait jar and then grabbing the bait, like has its own noise.
Into
but
the
like,
worm.
But like, baiting a hook doesn't make any noise. So it's not. There's no noise that like
Maybe
takes you
to
out.
you it does.
Ambient ASMR.
Ambient
Maybe.
ASMR.
Just the ambient noise of fishing calms me.
Marriage ASMR. Lay down while listening to snoring next to one ear.
Oh goodness.
But also like it has to be like ultra sensory too, like where you can smell and be like farts just like waft in your face
Oh,
too. That's
we
the
did have beers
marriage
tonight.
simulator.
Marriage simulator.
Good to know. Good to
Things to
know.
look forward to.
They were baked beans too.
Mom, it makes sound if the worm screams.
I don't know if screaming is screaming is screaming worms a euphemism? Is that a
No, I don't think so.
No?
I
Okay.
mean, you made it one now.
I just
made it into a
asked.
euphemism.
I just asked.
Higher scream. Yeah, it has to be like.
Okay.
Hold on, move your mics away from your faces before you do this.
I'm gonna hook the worm. Okay, you ready? Here I come, little worm. I'm gonna hook you up.
It died.
Oh,
I almost passed out just now.
You did.
and
You
that's
did.
the power of voice acting, people.
Waluigi ASMR.
That would be.
Halloween.
No, that's not in that.
This screaming pillar from The Simpsons.
But you have to like walk like a doof and be like, that's like. Oh, sorry.
Would you not smack the thingy? So I guess on that Waluigi ASMR, that kind of leads me into that. What are your favorite
Voices?
voices to mimic? Like,
Yeah.
like obviously there's you make your own voices when you see a new character, right?
Right,
But you have
absolutely.
to have some amount of like, that voice is cool. Let me copy that.
What if I said that I don't do that? Would that be surprising?
It might be, but I'd also say that you're lying because if you heard someone's accent, you're copying that. So if you've ever
Like
done
a
like
British accent?
British accent, Brooklyn accent, French accent, you're still doing some sort of mimicry on that. So
Okay.
What is your favorite voice to
My
mimic
favorite
then?
voice to mimic.
And also, how do you not just
What?
Because I like honestly, I just love playing around with my voice, not necessarily mimicking people. I kind of like to make my
Weird.
own OG stuff.
Right.
Show.
weird? I feel like it's
That's
one of those things like
interesting.
every time, and you can ask Katie because I am a mimicker of all kinds. Because
So am I. I think we both are.
Well, and you get it from sales. Because in sales, what you do is you mirror and you match. So
That's
you
true.
you
Right.
hear someone's voice, you copy their cadence, you copy a little bit of their tone, you give them something where like they feel like they are going to connect to you in a way that someone else might not connect to you. And it happens all the time. Like I used to pick up the phone when I was in real estate and
Sorry.
someone would have...
We're done.
I made sure to put it on wide so that
Oh,
you
good
were
job.
both in that. Like I could pick up the phone and like someone would have a bit of a southern drawl to them, and I would start to have a southern drawl to the point where I would hang up the phone and I would go talk to one of my other associates and I would have a southern voice on me. So like
Oops.
that mimicry's always been a thing that like
Southern
is a part of
drawl.
something that we do with sales. So
Yeah.
and my brain tells me that mimicking the sounds you hear, you're like, oh, that's an interesting voice. How do they make that voice? And by mimicking it kind of gives you more tools in your arsenal to create other voices.
Right.
I agree.
So I find that strange.
Absolutely.
But beyond that, I guess, do you mimic anything then?
Anything?
Maybe like little kid voices, because that's kind of my favorite thing to put on, I guess, as a voice actor. It's fun to be
Doing
a kid.
little kids. Okay.
Yeah. So probably that.
Is it because of the type of lines you get, or because of the voices are just that fun to do?
No, for me, it's just like a ball. So, I mean, it's not necessarily because I get those lines. I just,
Sometimes
I want
they play
to do
with
that.
the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Very funny. Good one.
But,
You want to play with my ball?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I'll play with your ball.
That's hilarious. I love that. But like literally,
Every anime boy from the 90s.
it's true. Like how you.
It's the that's against
But like how you were saying,
Like,
oh, that's rude.
Well, yeah, but like that's what the voice says. Like every time I hear that voice, it immediately goes to the
You're old.
you're old hag. Like
Sit up, you old hag.
wait, use that voice you just did, but say that.
Me?
No,
Kelsey.
not Kelsey.
say, you old hag.
Yeah, shut up, you old hag. Like,
Shut up, you old hag.
so yeah, that's like. Like,
Oh my
you know,
gosh! Okay,
it's
hold up.
It's totally that voice.
Has anyone ever seen Ghost Stories, the anime? It is one of our favorites. We reference it all the time, like literally constantly. And there's always this one little kid character, and like all he does is cry and goes like, that's literally his lines,
Yeah.
like just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got Kelsey drinking some tea. Ooh.
Oh man, I'm already turning red.
Oh man, yeah, it's hot in here, you guys. Welcome. Getting paid for exactly. That's my dream. Can I be like paid to do that? Yeah.
That's a unique one though, because spill the tea, sis.
Just dump it.
Spill what?
Spilling the tea,
Spilling the tea.
like the truth.
Yeah.
But also we had literal tea. That's
and
why.
sisters.
Yeah.
Katie peed the bed until she was like 11.
That's absolutely false.
You know, I was like 12.
I've been red for a while, apparently.
Mic drop, tea drop. Yes. Blancoon. I love that. Blancoon. Blancoon. Oh, I was gonna say
Blancoon.
with the whole like mirror and match thing, like literally, it's like I work in restaurants, right?
Not right now, you don't.
Well, I don't now because I'm unemployed. Thanks, coronavirus. But like when you're in restaurants, like that is technically sales, right? Like you're
Yes,
offering
it is
people
technically sales.
it's
That's
a
why I bring it
service.
up.
It's a service, like first and foremost. But you're also like selling people on stuff, being like, hey, why don't you try this crazy cocktail? It's like $20. Anyway, so but you can like mirror and match people, and like literally every time somebody comes in with like a accent of any kind,
Yeah.
I will
You take it.
always take the,
100%.
and it's awful because, and I just tell them
It's
straight
not.
up.
It's
I
not
just-
awful.
and I
It's
just,
not awful.
well,
it's not awful.
embarrassing because it's like, wow.
No,
like,
because
what are you trying to do?
You
know?
are meeting that person where they live. You are coming to them and you're saying, hey, here's where you are. I'm here too.
I guess so. But like, okay, if someone mimicked my accent, I don't know, wouldn't that just seem like kind of weird?
Like if a British person started turning American.
The best
Yeah.
best are the ones you don't notice. Because every salesperson you've
guess.
gone up to who's had any amount of training has done some amount of mirroring and matching. And you
Matching.
usually don't notice. I learned very quickly to not put on a full Southern accent, but to just kind of put a bit of a drawl. To the
or
point
like a slower pace.
to the point where I had somebody who, while I was on the phone with them, I was
No, don't tell me this. Go ahead. No, tell me now.
No, they asked me how long I had been in the area, and I was like, "Oh, I've lived here my whole life."
And they're like, but
And
you're
they're
from
like,
the South, aren't you?
You sound like you've been up here for like 4 years. Like you just
4 years? That's random.
Well, they just
like,
they
how
just
did they come
just
up with that number?
they just threw out a number, but they thought that I at one point had a southern accent because I was little. This person had come up from Texas,
I see.
and they thought I had lost my drawl.
And you're
In the
becoming more of a
Northwest,
Seattleite.
and was more of a Seattleite. They thought that they connected with me to the point where they thought I was from their hometown.
That's really nice.
And they were like, it's good to see a Southern boy doing so well up here. Like, that was their mentality.
Oh.
And I was like, I've been here my
Sorry.
whole life. I'm just very, very good at this one little aspect of human psychology.
And they're like, you liar!
How dare you! I was like, I'm sorry. I literally told him, I was like, I hear sounds and my voice copies them. It's just something that happens. I've gotten a handle on it enough that like I don't sound like a racist Italian when someone comes in with a weird accent, but I will say that people who have Japanese accents, I will still start speaking Japanese to you for no reason.
Yeah, sorry.
I will say "jane" when we say goodbye. I will do all the things that I'm supposed to do in Japan. It just is baked into me when I hear that tone.
We have a Steam Wolf Biddy!
Time to
Kanpai!
Biddy, Kanpai!
What's up, Giblin X? It's been a while. Oh man, Bill says I miss my Ireland accent. Did you? Yeah, like when you were living there, probably. Yeah, I heard it. You probably like you gain up.
You already did.
Or like in Minnesota and all that kind of stuff. Minnesota. Can you give a good Minnesotan accent, Kelsey?
No.
No.
You just say.
No, you betcha.
Yeah, no, you betcha.
What?
It's just,
I have to. That is not a. It's a good try though.
Yeah.
Good attempt. I can not do better. So never mind. I'll stop
It's
talking.
good.
You'll stop.
Well, how about this? I'll ask you a very simple question. How long have
Okay.
you been doing voice acting?
I've been doing voice acting for like 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's been like the best.
2 whole years.
Like 2 years, yeah.
That's awesome. Yay. Fantastic.
Thanks. Anything else you want to know?
No.
Sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
Just kidding. Oh, Bill is like, try harder. It's okay.
Making her work for it.
Do you feel change voice button. Go junk. Just kidding.
Where do you put that time? Like when you say you've been doing it for 2 years.
That's a
is
good
it
question.
2 years since you got paid for a gig, or is it
No.
2 years since you took your first class that made you want to do it?
2 years since I took the first class.
Oh, okay.
So for maybe like a year and a half, or no less than that, but around that amount of time, I was just taking classes, strictly just taking classes, and very inconsistently. So I wasn't like, going twice a month or anything like that. I was just like, whenever I can afford it, because it's like $400 for a class.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's so expensive.
But then
Oh,
no, go for it.
No.
No, wait,
No,
wait,
no,
wait,
no.
awkward
No.
Zoom call.
No.
No. Wait, you both say it at the same
Okay.
time. Just kidding, don't do that.
Go.
Blaine.
No. Finish up your 2 years.
Thank you, Blaine. That's so sweet of you.
I'll turn you back up even.
Thank you. So I even found this studio that I've been now consistently working with that actually it only costs maybe like $50 per class. And you get a really good value out of it. And they're also online. And they've been doing like $20 voiceover workshops.
Okay.
Because of
That's
COVID and
nice.
stuff. So I've been
that's
able
nice.
to do classes a little more consistently, and also like with the money that I am making from voiceovers, also pay for like voice coaching and all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, it's been a little more consistent and awesome. And also I've been getting paid within the last like 6 months. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to be
Way
a
to get
professional.
paid.
So, classes, kind of what do those entail? Like what is a workshop? Are they giving you a character and kind of doing like a mock role basically, or are they working on specific types of voice? Like when I was in voice lessons growing up, it was all about where do you cast your voice so that you don't destroy your throat? Like getting it, like if you're gonna do like that's all in like the roof of your mouth so that you can do it like off the top of stuff. And then like deep voices, how they happen like before they even hit your throat. Like are you being taught technique in these classes, or are you doing roles in these classes?
Well, in these particular classes, most of the time you're just working on the acting and not necessarily where you're placing the voice. Sometimes, like, if someone is, like, way, way off with a character voice, the instructor will be like, let's bring it down here just a little bit so it sounds a little more like this. And or they'll ask you to, like, play around with the voice. So, not necessarely. I feel like I get more technique when I'm one-on-one with a coach rather than workshops. Because she's, obviously invested in my health because she wants me to keep coming back to her. I mean, they will also let you, like, they'll ask you, like, hey, like, how did that feel? Like, did that feel okay where you were doing that? And then you just say, like, yeah, I feel fine. Or, no,
that hurt
myself. Scratchy. I'm coughing.
Do you need water now? Like,
yeah, right. Vaseline for the throat?
Yeah,
I don't know.
If you need something more than just a quick swig of water, you're doing it in a bad place.
A bad
place.
So bad. Don't be so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin your voice when that's like your work.
Yeah, it's kind of
tool.
Like you want the longevity to be able to go for many, many years, hopefully until you're like 90 if you love it that much.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, look at Goku.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah, Goku's old. Or she was old.
Goku's voice actress was like 87 when she was doing Super. So, I mean, it's definitely a role that you can, if you find a character that becomes like the thing, right?
Like you're iconic.
Then you're A, stuck, and B,
you can only be Goku
you can do
now.
it forever. I mean, so it is a double-edged sword there, but at the same time, like Grandma Goku is. I used to hate Grandma Goku's voice, to be honest, because I grew up with what?
That's a
what was the
character.
guy's name? Chris
Hemsworth.
No.
Just kidding. I don't know. Savage.
Sean Schemmel?
Evans.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Sean Schemmel. Maybe it was, but the original Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z had a very specific guy who was the voice of Goku. And then when I got when I was old enough to start sailing the seven seas and finding some of the original Dragon Ball stuff, and I found Grandma Goku as she is referred to in every online thing in both a positive and negative light. That voice was like, this isn't Goku. This sounds
like a
awful.
lady?
Who is this? Like it was one of those like the first voice you hear is like the voice for you, but
Yeah.
And that's neither here nor there because she got paid to be Goku forever.
And Silver said something like, hey, that also means you could become a voice actor at an older age, anytime.
Any age. There are so many age ranges of voice actors. Even little kids are doing voice acting.
Right.
Yeah. Actual
like
kids?
Catbug.
Actual kids.
Catbug was a 5-year-old.
We all know about Catbug. But
Catbug isn't... Oh, Catbug, I love you, Catbug. Why did you go through puberty?
Right. New
The
Catbug
best.
sounds weird.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to the new Catbug. I prefer the
Keep
original.
rewatching the same original series.
Keep rewatching it, exactly.
Shut
Drop them!
Okay. So great.
So cute. It was Ian Corlett.
As the
the
kid?
original Goku would be my guess.
Oh, that makes sense. Thanks for the fact check.
Thank you. Because I watched it originally on the Toonami broadcast, where I heard Goku, and then when I heard Goku later, because that IP has gone through a lot of places.
I'm sure it's massive, honestly.
Yeah.
On that, do you have a character that you're like, I want that character. I want to voice that. I want to be that voice.
Well, right now I have a couple of auditions that I've put out for some things, and yes, there is a voice that I would very much like to do.
Ooh.
I mean, it's already been done, kind of, but this would be for like a fan dub kind of deal.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Who is it? Can we know? Or can we not know?
You can know. Raphtalia.
Yay! Raphtalia is awesome.
From the Shield Hero series.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be a fun one.
She's the best. Like literally, such a good
I
character.
just love her honor, and
Yeah.
honestly, I do grounded characters very, very well, or like
Gotcha.
characters that have like some strength behind them.
The straight man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or like just being in a video game where I can scream bloody murder and die.
Right.
Die! All that
Yeah.
rage to come out.
You
I
could
hope
be,
you get it. That would be great.
Who was it? Steve Bloom.
Oh, Steve
That
Bloom's
was the
incredible.
one that I always laugh at, where he always talks about when he did Wolverine versus the Hulk, and him and the voice actor for the Hulk are just in the studio. So for some reason they were actually in there together, just yelling, "Arr! Ah! Arr! Ah!" just doing like all of the fight noises
Yes!
together.
That's what I want to do. I just want to grunt.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's one of those interesting ones because like Steve Bloom was literally in the mailroom. Like he was
that's
just like a
right.
dude who worked at
Funimation?
was it Funimation? It might have been Ocean
That makes
or
more
ADV.
sense.
But they literally were like, "Hey, you want to try this out?" And so he tried out for Guyver as one of the Zoonoids.
Nice.
Because he could do like monster noises and stuff. Like he could
so
just do like
nice.
weird monster noises. And so he literally started out as monster noises, and now the dude is the voice of Spike Spiegel.
Yeah.
The Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
Oh man, he does a lot of stuff.
He's
honestly.
like at this point he's the like wise old character in a lot of the more modern dubs that you see.
Yeah.
Just because you hear his voice and you're like, I know
Yes.
that voice, I trust that voice. And so like
Spike Spiegel.
his voice literally has become that like I trust the voice character.
Yeah.
So to the point of like you can do it when you're old, you can do it when you're young, you can kind of start whenever.
anytime.
It used to be you could start when you were in the mailroom.
There you go.
And
That's
all,
true.
And all you could do was
Now that's less true.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. Is it kind of less true now? You
That is-
think because
that's definitely less true
Yeah.
nowadays. Now, like you have to be signed, sealed, delivered actor. I mean, maybe for like practices, if they need to like line up timing or something like that.
to that point though,
Whoever.
like if you're doing like a fan dub thing, like there's so much animation on the internet that exists that you could start doing the job like long before you're doing the job with like a studio or something, right?
Absolutely.
So, like-
just make your own content.
Yeah, make your own
There you go.
content.
Be an actor. Do
Fine.
the thing.
just do
Go
it.
for it. Just do it. Just do it.
Oh my god.
we I apologize. We don't have enough compressors for everybody to have compressors.
I'm sorry. I'm
So
so
I
enthusiastic.
made the mistake of putting the compressors on me and Katie.
Yeah. How dare you?
I
Why
should-
you
I
do
should have
that?
put it on you too.
Should I scream? Ah!
Don't do that.
I won't do it. But I'm gonna
I
scroll
can't
back.
swap it. I can't just hot swap it.
We'll worry about it later. We're gonna scroll back to Steam Wolf because he asked a question in chat that I thought was
Oh.
interesting. So he said, "When in the business, do you feel like there is a huge difference of being called an actress or actor? Does it affect you personally?"
I mean, personally, I don't feel there's very much of a difference between being called an actress or an actor. Like, they're kind of interchangeable for me anyway. Like, I don't really care, like, gender-wise. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I'm an actress. Whatever. Same thing.
Right.
There's been more of a discussion about the difference, though, between being called, like, an actor versus an artist. So a voice actor, I think more people use that when you want to go for more like animation roles, character-driven stories, that kind of thing. And if you want to be an artist, it feels like it's more along the lines of I'm doing more commercial or narration,
interesting.
that kind of thing. At least that's like the discussion that I've seen on the interwebs is more people will go towards one or the other depending on what they want to do more of.
Gotcha.
Or depending on the role that you're going out for. Like if you do everything, then maybe you'll use one verbiage versus the other depending on the job.
That makes sense. You're like, okay, I want to do some commercial work. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll say voice artist in my headline or something.
You want to narrate some commercials or some Nova specials. You're gonna be a voice artist.
Or if you're gonna be a character, you're an actor. You know.
Yeah.
So
the acting being that you're
be.
embodying a role and you're able to do a thing, whereas the artist is like, here's my voice telling you that you can save 20% by switching to Geico. Like, you know, like whatever it may be. Where do you personally put video game voiceover in that role? Which a lot of the times modern video games you can have characters that you're doing roles for. But a lot of video game voice work is just the reaction or like you're doing like the attack and the defense words. Are you calling those, would you call those an art or would you call those the acting?
I would call that more acting because you still have to imagine where you're at. You have to know what kind of injury or what kind of punch or kick you're making. So you're still embodying this character, and even more so, you have to like really think about physicality with a video game role, especially if you're getting hit or if you're dying. And
where are you getting hit? How are you getting hit? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What if you were in a show? So you're in like an anime.
Okay.
You've got this role.
Dream.
And then your character in the anime is now voicing a commercial in the anime.
Oh, Inception.
Are you a voice actress at that point, says Steam?
That seems good question. I love that.
I think that's a new term we're going to have to adopt.
Yeah, actress.
It's an actress.
Actress. So it's like the science of voice control, says Bill. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Science.
It's human science?
Asterisk. What is the weirdest thing you've done in the booth to get the voice to come out? Like if you were
had to take off my pants and had to
all right.
or had to do my hair in pigtails to really embody a kid or something like that.
Or to the point we were just saying, I got cut in the arm. Like, what is arm pain? What is that?
You're not gonna cut yourself.
Well, you're not gonna cut yourself, but you're gonna try to
no, I do everything very realistically. There will be a laugh in the booth.
I am a method actor.
Method only.
What is something you've had to do in the booth to try to get yourself into the voice?
Yeah, the weirdest thing.
The weirdest thing. Well, I think every role is completely different, but I think the weirdest thing that I typically do is I'll be waving my arms around because you have to think about where your voice is going and if you want to get down here and get really low, and or if you want to feel something, sometimes you can put your hands wherever you want to feel it. I want to feel sad, so I'm going to put my hands on my chest and feel it there. And I don't know, kind of doing more physicality to remind myself where am I going?
Yeah,
this role and in this
because
line.
that physicality, for me historically, in music, is when someone's singing, they will sing out and they'll physically move their hand for whatever their scale is or whatever they're moving through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or
that immediately makes sense of the they physically can bring their voice to the next level by doing that. So it's
or sometimes they'll get down low, be
that
kind of stuff.
And so
we're doing that in the booth.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because you hear you say that I physically move myself to okay, here's heart emotion, here's levels that I'm talking at, but it immediately also makes sense. I'm I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can do that. I get that. That makes sense.
Have you ever had to if you're in a fight or something, do you feel you have to punch the air or anything like that?
Oh yeah. If I'm gonna be I really want that physicality behind it because it just emphasizes it more. It gives you the feeling of more power anyway. So it kind of helps it to come out that way in a more realistic way too.
Right.
Instead of, okay,
'Cause
so
if
the difference
character's
between
sort of
like,
punch, yeah.
you know, like if I were to do it versus like it just feels
Better.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're getting the actual muscle stress that would be affecting your lungs and your voice, as opposed to just pretending that you're getting that.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
So with efforts, it's definitely better to be more physical, for sure. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, no pigtails. And you've kept your pants on. Just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I've kept my pants on in every single audition I've ever done.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, COVID.
COVID pants.
COVID pants.
My COVID pants are no pants.
Bill says the physical movement that actually impacts the voice modulation. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, like, what does like a typical day for a voice actor, actress, whatever, look like? Like
Whatever.
But, like, do you have to like? Is it like 80% auditions, or more like, you know, it's like training, or like what's your start to finish of a day of work look like?
I mean, as an actor, you just expect to be auditioning as your job. Like, that literally is your job. And when you get a job, that's like a cherry on top. Although you hope to, you know, make that more of a consistent thing over time. But at least when you're beginning or in the middle of it, and as far as I know from like other more experienced actors, you're still auditioning all the time.
Yeah.
I've heard of one guy, he does like maybe 200 auditions a week.
Yeah.
What?
And you're getting
No, it makes sense.
maybe like, at that point, you're getting like a few things a day.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you're consistently just putting your voice out there and hoping that you will get something in return for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to have the mentality
It's
of like
exhausting.
perseverance. Like,
Yeah.
eventually, if I, you know, put enough out there and keep practicing and being consistent,
Yeah.
I will get more jobs. And then you also eventually make more connections with people who become your friends, and you can work together, collaborate, and maybe create your own thing, maybe get paid for it.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
It's exactly like sales.
It's everything is sales.
Everything
I-
comes back to sales.
To be honest, you are selling your voice,
That's
right?
true,
So like,
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
this is a thing of sales where like I've had those jobs where literally your job is to be calling the next person. Hey, do you want to buy? Hey, do you want to buy? Hey, do you want to sell? Hey, do you want to sell? And you're just constantly on the phone, and literally your job is just being on the phone. And then when you finally get the person who says yes, you're like, yeah. And if you chase that person like that's your job, you just weren't on the phone getting the next job. And so you get the first job and you have that like, oh, hey, I got a paycheck and I had a job. And then you immediately have to start calling again and it resets. And so you've got to keep that up. So like that's super important. Anyone who's listening that has any inclination to do anything in this sort of
Anything.
like pseudo freelance area, you know,
Yeah.
you've got to
Yeah.
constantly be looking for that next job. Even while you have 2 or 3 jobs currently, you need that time to be looking for that next one, that lead generation to
Yeah.
find the next one.
So
makes
typically you're scheduling in like a buttload of time of auditions,
Right.
and then scheduling some time to do whatever jobs that you currently have in your arsenal, which, yay, that's great. Awesome. Getting paid for doing acting. Yeah. And then I try to do maybe like coaching once a week for an hour or
There you
something. Sometimes I'll, you know, chat with my friends and be like, hey, you want to just like do a workshop together and just like critique each other? Because that's how
awesome.
you learn. And you also don't have to pay for friends, hopefully. I hope you don't have to pay for your friends.
Anybody in chat paid for friends?
I mean,
We've done.
I've
some.
had friends
kidding.
I've paid with.
You've paid with them. You know. Here's this friend. Can I exchange this for a cake?
Here's my friend. Give me money.
Yeah. Peace. Money.
Peas, drink
Money.
peas. Friend, drink peas.
They paid me.
No one says Bill.
Yes.
They paid me to be here.
None. Sorry, that's my simp voice.
Wow.
Anytime someone
It's
brings
so
up the term
simpy.
simp,
What a simp.
I have to bring up the
You like echo? It's crazy.
I don't even have the echo on. That's just my voice naturally in a carpeted room.
Carpeted room.
Wow.
Do you have to spend a lot of time like warming up though in your day to day? Like, is that like a 5
Oh
minute
yeah,
thing? Or is that
absolutely.
like a...
I hope you're warming up as an actor before you do anything, because it takes so much physicality and vocal ability that you can totally hurt yourself, even if you're just doing something minor and you're just doing it for hours and hours and hours on end. It's like any physical activity. You should stretch beforehand, do a little warm up. So yeah. I'm doing, at least like a 5-minute warm up, something to get the juices flowing, and then you get going.
Get the juices flowing,
What's the stretching exercise? Then?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it like the
peanut butter platter? Peanut butter platter.
or the,
I am a pheasant plucker. I pluck mother pheasant. I am the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker ever to pluck a mother pheasant.
Whoa!
Hey.
That deserves a
I'll come to not having to buy a subscription off of that.
I was holding my breath. Is
I was
she
like,
gonna say the thing?
This one's gonna be worth 2.
I have faith in myself. Excuse you.
I guess.
That's really good. Super good. Tongue twister.
But the most awkward part of warm-ups is probably doing diction warm-up, which is
Diction warm up. Sorry, Mom.
Because you're literally putting your tongue around the edges of your teeth to warm up the bottom of your tongue. And it just, like what Blaine's doing.
Why?
What did Blaine do? Everybody do it now.
Why? Hold on. More gain.
I love
More
it.
gain!
No.
More ASMR.
Do you with your mouth closed or open?
Closed.
Open
That feels
gets
great.
The better noise.
What are we doing this for?
This is our diction
This is diction. It helps to warm up your tongue. So
I
eventually you
see.
kind of feels like a sore or like a little burny underneath
right
here.
there. Yeah, it does. Because
And
you're
so-
stretching it. Whoa. Yes,
I'm
Silver said I will
confused.
totally do that. Just be like this. This is everyone has to make a thumbnail face right now. Okay, great. Thanks.
Thanks. Mark this as thumbnail
Thumbnail
time.
time.
Oh gosh.
Hilarious.
That sounds some
Thank
Thank you,
baby.
Hold on,
love
can we
that.
scroll up to Dr. Menace's previous comment about
You
the
haven't had-
director? Just keep scrolling. That one.
Oh, director.
This is the scene where you get your arms cut off by a shark with a knife, and then you grow a tree gun out of the arm stump and kill the shark. Can you do that? I have seen Trigun. I am familiar with this one.
But they're like, yeah, I guess I'll do that.
I didn't want that to like disappear into the chat. I wanted to make sure that we realize a shark
We appreciate
cut off an arm with a knife.
A shark cut something off with a knife?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
The shark used the knife.
The shark used the knife to cut off your arm. See,
By a
shark with the knife, and then you grow a
tree
tree gun
out of your
arm stump
and kill the shark.
Can you do that? Yeah.
A tree gun?
Tree gun.
Yeah.
Tree
Tree
gun.
gun.
It shoots magical tree gun particles, I guess. I don't know what this show is about.
Mac the knife.
Mac the knife. That's old school. That's the oldest of school there are.
What's Mac the knife?
Mac the knife from
It's
like a
the
swing song.
the butcher
Oh.
of oh my goodness, it's like the second ever movie that ever had like audio.
The second movie ever?
Yeah, that had audio.
Whoa.
Mac
I'm
the
really
knife.
bad at history.
Same.
All right, I'm gonna do 2 things.
All right.
I'm gonna look this up.
You do that.
And I'm gonna pee.
And we're gonna move on from here.
So we already talked about like your favorite voices to do. Do you have any least favorite voices you like to do? Is there anything that you're like, I really don't like being an old lady? I don't know why I would hate that. But is there anything that's so uncomfortable that you hate?
For a time, I really hated doing my commercial voice.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've had a hard time really accepting the voice that I have. And I think that's a thing for a lot of actors, too.
Quick pause.
Yeah.
It's from the Three Penny Opera from 1928. Three Penny Opera. Thank you.
Thanks for fact check. Thank you. Trigon is very underrated.
Wow.
I agree.
All right.
Owen Wilson.
Back to your voice.
Faster and faster cuts.
All right. What do you really think about your own voice in narration?
That was really funny.
Okay. So for a long time, I had a hard time coming to terms with my natural voice, which is fantastic for commercial. And Blaine, you can move if you want to. You can move in front of me.
What?
Okay.
No, I'm here.
Nope. Okay.
What? Nobody did anything. Blaine's here. Oh, Blaine's
Whoa.
tiny.
Ah!
Honey, I shrunk my honey. Whoa! Just kidding.
Now it's just you and me. I can go lock the door if you want.
This became a sister podcast where we just cut back and forth and make silly faces. Your music.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that was fun. All the energy's out.
Woo! I'm clipping all over the place.
I can try and turn you down. There we go.
I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Finally got to have my dance moment.
130% improvement. Wow. We made up for it.
How many subscribers did we get? Like 3,000?
3,000 subscribers.
It's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000!
I love that soundbite so much. Isn't that the best?
That's so good.
Vegeta is so best boy all the time. I love him
He
so
really
much.
is the best. Like he has the most memorable moment for me. Like when he dies during Dragon Ball Z in the Frieza fight. That was definitely that's like the moment that I remember the most from watching Dragon Ball Z. And it made me cry. Like it actually made me cry when he
Dragon Ball Z
died.
made you cry.
It
See, it's
did.
powerful. It's the power of acting.
That's right.
And voice acting and character development.
Literally just manipulating you with my voice. I can make you feel things.
Ooh. What do you want to make us feel? Do you want to make us feel... Can you make me feel like I have to poop?
Did that make you feel like you have to poop now?
Is that it? Yeah, the influence is happening. Steve will... Silver says spoiler. Sorry, Silver. You never know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Assassination Classroom made Steam ball his eyes out. Aw. I haven't seen that in a while. It's been a while since we watched that one.
Back.
Oh. I accidentally pushed that button.
He's back! Oh,
He's
He's
back! Thank you. Sorry, you didn't miss anything.
Sorry.
We just had a dance party without you. I hope that's okay.
I know.
Oh,
I
you know?
Yeah, I pay attention.
Oh, you're there.
yeah.
You're here in spirit.
Sorry, I just had to know that certain things still exist.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Certain things like urine. So, how about this one? What was like your biggest, or what's been your
Playing
biggest
rappers.
role that you've had? Like your biggest break so far that you really enjoyed?
Biggest break.
Bro.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm still like a baby actor, like a baby professional actor
That's not true.
in the world. I mean, would I say? I mean, I have a commercial that's on Pandora right now.
See? That's
So
huge.
that's
cool.
something you might hear me talking about. Built bars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Built bars.
Built bars.
I've had a Built bar.
You had a Built bar?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how'd you like that Built bar?
Yeah, it was like
That's the voice you use in the commercial, too.
You actually have a Built bar.
Yeah, we got a Built bar over here and a Built bar over there.
Bill's bar.
Bill's Built bar.
Bill's Built Bar.
All right.
Bill, we got to get you a bar
your
now.
fancy pants microphones got so much actual
I
attenuation.
know. I love this mic because it picks up everything, but
It's also
Everything.
the barrel thing.
So good.
It's so good. It's bad.
So good.
It's like the Power Glove. It's so
Bill goes,
bad.
Bill's like, okay, I guess I'll have a bar now. It's just like Bill being like, super jacked in one arm.
What
It's
if
like,
Bill has a
his-
bar? Like Bill's just
bar.
slanging drinks at the Bill bar.
Oh, that's a different kind of better bar.
And then people are like, oh, is this Bill Burr's Bill Bar? No, this is Bill's bar.
But that he built. He
Bill's
built this bar.
Bill built this Built bar.
Built bar. Built bar by Bill.
That's like Built Bar Inception. That's too much Built Bar.
I just recently learned you can say buffalo 5 times and that's a sentence.
Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Wait.
Yeah.
How is that? What does it mean?
Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
No, that's false.
No, it is a sentence. It is. It is.
But what does it mean?
What indigenous tribe used the word
Because-
buffalo?
Buffalo is a city. Buffalo
Okay.
is an animal.
Yes.
To buffalo someone is to I think rile with them.
You
or,
think?
like- Look
this,
it up.
This is
It-
falling
it's-
apart
it's-
now.
You look it up,
No,
sir.
so we have an adjective.
Bill,
or no,
look it
We
up.
have
Stop.
not a pronoun. What's a city? A pronoun?
A place? Yeah.
It's a noun.
A
It's a
noun.
noun. So buffalo, buffalo. That's
Pika, pika, pika.
adjective to the noun. Then the verb is doing it
To the
to
buffalo.
the adjective noun.
Oh, wow. It's accurate. Thanks, Bill.
All right. If Bill says
Thanks,
so.
Bill. You the best.
Bill's the best.
the
Can we get a
MVP.
clap for Bill? Mod. Yes. Thanks, Bill.
All right.
I only tell the truth.
I only know mama.
Oh, we've already talked about this.
Did we?
That's Chinese, though. It's not English,
That is
obviously.
Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, it's Chinese.
Mama.
It means like the mom killed the...
Mom beat the horse
Mom beat the horse.
in Chinese.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted to know?
That sounds so sad.
Going back to some voice acting stuff real quick, though.
Let's say something to
Let's- I need like transition music.
To
like,
Pikel.
transition music. So, can you rap to me about the biggest misconceptions about voice acting? You don't have to rap about it. I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'm
there was
sorry.
rapping involved? I didn't even hear that.
Oh, I was like, lay me down the
No
law.
audio again. What are you talking about?
Dig nabbit.
Maybe
have
it's
all
the
the audio.
internet is being bad.
There's no way.
No audio again.
Interwebs.
Are you bumping? Are you bumping the mute
I
button?
hope not.
This is
I
a
can
mute
hear y'all.
button.
Katie,
All right.
don't lie to me.
No,
Mom-
I don't think I hit it. I didn't lose any
Mama
audio.
Bill. Mama Bill wants spankings, and she didn't
You
lose
did.
audio.
Thanks.
Oh, it's all someone else's fault.
It's all
then.
Steam's fault then.
Anyway,
Steve, why?
we don't have to have this music. I just thought it'd be really funny if you could rap to me.
I can try.
You want to try? Okay. You feel the music?
You want to go with that one?
I don't know. It seems like chill. Like you can like slowly go for it. Like the beats per minute are cool enough, right?
Do I have to rhyme?
Only if you want to bust a rhyme.
I can't. I can't. Maybe I can.
Do
We
what
can
you
try.
feel is right. Tell me, can you rap about what's the biggest misconception about voice acting? Yeah.
Gonna tell you a little something about voice acting. It's got some misconceptions, that's the thing. And we're saying, whoa. Yeah. You don't gotta have a voice for voice acting. Just gotta be an actor for acting. Hey.
So So a mute could be a voice actor? Is that the
Exactly. What if you don't have a voice at all? What if you got nothing to speak with and now you're having a ball, but you're not saying anything and no one can hear you and nobody can know what you're saying. Nobody hears you at all.
You're the mute. You're the mute voice actor. The mute voice actor. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Voice acting
Voice
is hard.
acting for you, y'all. What? And that's all she said, just like your mother. Ah, it's the mute voice actor right here, live and well. Welcome him to the stream. It's Blaine Everett Chapman.
Great. Great segment.
I'm sure that was totally enlightening for everyone.
Yeah, you don't need a voice actor.
Apparently we don't
That's
need
false,
to...
actually. Don't listen to that.
We're not making fun of mutes. We're just saying that mutes can be voice actors too.
But whatever. It's not like they're going to tell on us. Mama Bill, that's Aww.
All right.
Well, okay. So actually, I want to go to the question though, because I think it's interesting. Like, is there any kind of like misconception about voice acting or voice actors?
Real quick, hold misconception because you have that written down.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a role that you feel you're specifically able to do with your actual voice? And I bring this up because of have you seen A Silent Voice?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
Yes.
the actual deaf girl who was able to perform the role, and you listen to it and you're like, holy crap. You know, it's like the difference between hearing someone who's putting on an accent and someone who is actually from a country. In that similar way, do you feel like there is a role that is your role should it come
Like
up?
a natural voice role.
Just an archetype, even not necessarily like a specific character, but is there an archetype that you feel like you fit?
Oh, definitely.
Hey, parked cars here.
I think my voice fits in the realm of grounded young protagonist, maybe like young adult or like 20s-ish character who is out there to like fight for something.
Fight for something. Okay.
Yeah. So I can put on like I'm a goofy character, whoa. But I think for my natural voice, I do very much like the powerful, strengthened warrior type of character the best. It just comes more naturally to me.
A little more naturally.
like
okay.
Ref Talia, for instance.
A little bit
Yeah,
more of the
exactly.
wrath on you.
Yeah, I got some wrath on me.
You definitely got
some
some
Raph.
Raph. Definitely got the Raph, girl.
Raph's
and the
pretty
cute
great.
ears.
Raph's pretty great to have on you. That's for sure.
She's adorable.
She's the best. So, do you feel like, because obviously like
Sorry,
you
we
said,
can go back to your previous question.
oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that. Okay, sure, question.
Forgot the whole wrath and everything ever happened.
Yeah, right.
Just block
Block
that
that
from my
out.
mind.
No more, please. No. So, like, are there any kind of, like, misconceptions you think people have about not just maybe being how to be a voice actor? I feel like some people are like, oh, that's really easy. Or, like, are there any
All I
other...
just gotta do is talk in the microphone.
Yeah, anyone could do it. Or is there anything, like, about voice actors that it's like there's a misconception people believe that's not true that you can think of?
Ooh. Maybe that all voice actors are funny?
Yeah.
What?
That makes sense.
Okay, that's a weird one.
What?
I was,
Why is that weird?
I'm sorry. I was expecting like
Or like
it's actual acting or like it's actual work. Like, you know, the stuff you hear when
mean,
people are like,
I
oh, here's
would-
this thing. But like the fact that voice actors are all funny, that's, we got to go into this a bit more. So are you funny?
I think she's funny.
I think I can be funny, but that's not like my natural tendency. Or I think when I mean like when you have like a funny personality, what I really mean to say is like not everyone is going to be like super joyful all the time. For example, Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've seen that example before. And I think that a lot of people think, oh, people who do voices and cartoons, they've got to be like having a blast 24/7 in their entire lifetime.
Okay.
But everybody goes through a struggle, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I mean, I would also totally say, like voice acting isn't just putting on a voice; it's also being an actor. And we already kind of
That's been said though. Yeah, exactly.
So
this is an interesting.
I wanted to go into something else a little bit because I think, I mean, as an actor, you think, oh, like I need to be happy or put on this joyful voice or whatever, but sometimes it's almost more powerful when you allow whatever is affecting you that day to also infect the character a little bit. So even if this character is experiencing loads of joy and whatnot, sometimes it adds a little bit of an interesting aspect when you're like, yeah, I'm going to add maybe a little bit of that undertone of sorrow into it as well.
Because even a good day isn't a perfect day, usually.
No. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
always something that happens.
Yeah.
Even if you can make it better than yesterday, for example.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Oh.
But yeah, I
So I
think
don't want
that's...
to make you cry.
You didn't show the questions beforehand, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Oh, kind of, like, briefly. A little bit.
But
But we've already talked about that.
have we?
Yeah.
When?
Night Silver.
Good night, Silver.
I'm just saying that was an unexpected answer.
So, we have a few questions from Instagram. This one is from Morgie's Harmony. What is your process for developing a new voice?
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of different ways to go about it. Depends on what kind of mood you want to go for. But sometimes it's easier to just like look at a character that's already created and out there in space. And then you just go by that character's physicality. And like say for instance, oh, this character has like buck teeth because they're a bit beaver. So you're going to try and maybe give them a little bit more of this kind of aspect because they have a little bit of impediment in front of them.
Yeah.
You know? So it kind of goes from there. And then if you want to make them, I'm a hyper beaver, I'm going to go, I love peanuts. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I would too.
A beaver loves peanuts.
Why not?
Yeah, so it's quite the beaver.
What do beavers actually eat?
Wood.
Oh, that's actually what they eat? That's really what they eat? But they live in wood. So
Yeah.
they live in what they eat?
Wood is all for a beaver. So I wouldn't be surprised if a beaver ate peanuts.
My mind has been blown.
My mind has been blown.
That's like us living in chocolate.
Yeah, right?
I don't live
Our
in
source
chocolate.
primary.
Who lives in chocolate?
I mean,
if we
she's
wanted
saying
to.
like things that
Mama
you
Bill
eat.
loves penis. Peanuts. Sorry, peanuts. Specify that.
Especially circus peanuts.
Thank you for that
So-
specification.
So let's stick to that a little bit. We've got a fun game. So we are going to play the let's see you do your job game.
Yeah, what a game.
Oh, great.
What a
So
game.
we have a series of small animated silly little characters
Oh, awesome.
that are we would like you to provide voices for. So we're gonna put them on the screen. All right.
I'm going to zoom into this one real quick.
Zoom in on that. Zoom on it a little bit. So first, since this was acting about or the last question was about like how you get into the voice. So this is purely visual, and we're gonna play all of these straight. We're gonna play all of these as though the character you see is the character you get. None of the this little pink girl is actually a menace to society. Like we're not gonna do
It could
any.
be fun, though, that way.
It could be fun. So if you see one, you're like, oh, she's actually thinking terrible things. Like, and you want to go with that, you can go with that. But
Okay, cool.
What voice does this little girl have with her stripes?
Hi,
stripes?
I'm Prina Ballerina, and I love pink. Pink is my favorite color for everything. I have a pink cat, I have a pink floor, I love a pink sky. Pink is my favorite.
Nice. All
That's
right.
incredible.
So that was the first one. Was
That was great. That's exactly what I would do.
Pinky ballerina.
It's because she zoomed in. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Zoom it out.
Okay, there you
Alright. And hit. Next, Skater Neko Girl, which is one of my favorites. Good morning, Tokyo. Ohio
She
gozaimasu.
looks really cool.
Tokyo.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. I noticed that you have a little something on your mouth right there. Is it okay if I get that for you? I know that's kind of embarrassing, but I like to be a little forward sometimes.
Okay.
Well, they had something on their mouth.
Yeah. So
She's
why
like,
the?
I'm a cat.
She's a cat. She'll lick it. Why the kind of nervous attitude on this one? I'm wondering.
Because I noticed she's kind of like her stance kind of makes me feel like she's a little more even though she's got like a skater persona put on. She seems like she's a little more reserved.
Yeah, like the big baggy shirt too. Like you're kind of like want to like hide yourself, and like the hat too. Like maybe if she wasn't tilting it up, it would be like she'd be like, I want to hide and like just be my own self.
And like the pitch was like I think that looks teen.
Yeah,
and that kind of sounded teenager.
My immediate go-to on this would have been more of the Asuka Tsundere or the Taiga.
Oh.
That was my thought immediately, that like she's small, but she's also like in control of every situation, and like the show has to develop before you see her like her. So it's kind of interesting to see the again, this whole thing is just immediately surprising you with an image and being like, what do you think of this? Like,
but
so
like it's interesting to see
the thought process where like my immediate thought was like, oh, I want to see this like more like you're an idiot, like
but she's smiling so sweetly.
Yeah, but she's smiling at your stupidity, like
you idiot.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I love that. Okay.
All right, next we've got little Frankenbuddy.
Here, I'll zoom in a little bit for Frankenbuddy.
He's so cute.
Isn't he cute?
Master, where's Master Man? Where did Master go?
Oh,
I was holding my breath that entire time. I was crying a little bit, like, oh my gosh,
I thought he was going to be the poop smith. He wasn't going to speak at all for a while there.
But I like.
Sometimes it takes a little while to like think of the
about
persona of what this character might say in an improvisation anyway.
Or if that person would say.
Or if that,
Yeah, I think that's a smart
You could have
choice too.
stayed in that mumble, and I would have been like, that's
totally.
what that guy does. He doesn't talk.
He's literally one tooth. Like, look at him.
He might not have a brain, for all we know. He might, like, he's got stitches and staples or whatever those are.
Yeah, and like you said, Master.
Yeah.
Like, someone had to have stapled his head back together. He can't do it himself.
I mean,
you could try.
Yeah, he might have stapled it together.
Yeah.
We don't know.
What kind of voice did you want to give him, Blaine?
No, that's
Mostly
kind of what I was thinking. It was more the mumbly.
It was perfect.
Like the
Spot
poop
on.
smith, where there's like they don't speak a word.
Perfect.
I know I am.
Click it.
Click it.
Okay, so that's the end.
Click it good.
No, stop.
I love that little boy voice. Oh.
All right. Sad puppy. Happy puppy? Sad puppy.
Super sad puppy.
Is it sad puppy?
I mean, what kind of eyes do you think those are? These are definitely sad puppy eyes.
Or maybe he's really proud.
I want to play fetch. That's all I want to do. Why did you have to put me in the cage?
Okay, stop. Stop. We don't cage puppies. No.
I'm gonna ugly cry.
Oh.
My gosh. I just want to play fetch where I'm in a cage.
Oh, man.
You are reckless. Oh my gosh.
That went
Stakes are high, man.
That went so much darker than I was expecting. I was like, oh yeah, there's like some kid who's like bouncing a ball and he's like, throw the ball. Like, please throw the ball. Like, Dang.
What can I say? I'm also like a dark person myself,
Like that
so
dog.
that's gonna come out more in my improv anyway.
You need direction to be not dark.
Yeah, a little bit.
We should go through these and like again and give them different personas. Here, let me zoom real quick.
All right.
So, please don't take this offensively.
Oh, I see.
No, you have
It's
to
just a
make the
voice.
voice. You're being paid. Someone says you have to make a voice for this character.
Yes. Even though, okay, we're gonna try here. Oh, Mamma mia! Oh, the papa says we're going under in the pizza land, and I just need a pepperoni. And a mama says that I'm no good anymore. Oh,
Wait, why is he?
Why does Mama say you're not good anymore?
He's so happy.
He's like, hey, this is my best Alfredo. I'm making my best for you.
I see the sadness in
Oh,
everyone.
my goodness.
He's like genuinely jolly.
Oh, behind those eyes,
How-
there is darkness.
How did you not finish Devilman Crybaby?
Yeah,
You're
your
like,
dark mind.
that was too dark. What?
I mean,
Happy smiling Italian chef man is like sad.
I'm not
'cause of-
good
"Oh,
enough.
He's not good enough.
I suck.
I can't do it.
I really can't make a pizza right.
Can we count this as Kelsey's Mario impression? No, Mario is a very specific impression that can only be done by one human in the world.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Wait, is that it? Was that?
No, there's one more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah.
So
Welcome to the game. We did the game.
what we could go through them again with like be like, okay, you need to do this character.
No, I don't want to play this forever.
You're done.
No, I'm done with the game.
I think we're good.
Oh,
You guys
no,
heard my
dude.
voice. It was fun.
I
He
heard
had-
his- He had weepy eyes.
Not sad, begging eyes. Aww. so
All right.
sad.
This is gonna take me a second to get this audio back because it went all over the place there.
It went all over the place.
It was everywhere.
But it's like,
Everywhere.
I love, like, I don't think I could be a voice actor or anything. It's like, it's just so fun. Like, literally, we just make up. You just get to be so creative. You get to, like, make up
Exactly.
stuff all the time. Like,
Yeah.
scenarios and, like, things that are so ridiculous that would never, ever happen.
Like sad Italian chef man. Like I'm still
It's
dumb.
clearly
Like,
happy.
Who's still smiling even through his weepy eyes.
He's like, the mom is like whipping him in the back. She's like, you have to put a smile when you're out there.
oh, mama.
But mama, it hurt me, mama. She's like, no,
I'm not the one to make a living.
I don't care. We need to have money. And she's like, but you smile out there. No more crying.
Is it worse if that actually happened
I think so.
somewhere in the
It's
world?
definitely
Is that what
happened.
makes it so awful?
Wow. I don't know if we
I
can
just bring the
recover
darkness
from that.
out of everybody. I'm sorry. I am the darkness.
We had another question from Instagram from our very own Mom Mare. Woo!
Thanks, Mom.
Do you ever get voice stereotyped yourself? Like, when do you think, like, you know, when you're auditioning for something, they're like, yeah, you can only be this and this. You could never be this.
I mean, there are some people who genuinely have like their thing and they just do their one thing. But I feel like with my voice, I can be so flexible and versatile that I can kind of go out for just about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a, middle-aged Italian man might be a stretch for me.
It's not that crazy to do. Giuseppe just wants to be happy.
Giuseppe. A sad Giuseppe. That's
Sad
me.
Giuseppe.
Sad Giuseppe.
I stole that from The Simpsons.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
As with most of my jokes.
But yeah, or like, cause it's kind of like, or like when we played a game and like one of the prompts was like you have to pretend to sound like Morgan Freeman. Like you can
Freeman.
literally only do so much.
Yeah.
So it's like
as a female with a medium high-pitched voice, trying to get down to that bassy tone.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
We have to activate the
It's so difficult. Whoa.
Demon Morgan Freeman. Go.
Morgan Freeman.
Wait, that Kelsey.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan
That's as low as I can go.
Ava Champion! Thank you for the segue!
Ava Champion, you are the champion. Kanpai.
And we got a bit. And we got a bit.
Kanpai for the bit.
Bit.
Yes. Well,
All right, so
you, Ava, she is. Oh, well, they want to talk about voice acting though.
well, and I want to talk about voice acting too.
Okay.
So
But yes, she is a VA.
we just finished the original Evangelion
Yes.
with the original dub.
Yes.
We don't even know if that's what their name is referencing. Is your name about Ava's like Evangelion?
Or is your name Ava?
Like, oh, you're like, yeah, maybe her
Or
name is
Eva.
actually Ava or Eva
Yeah.
in real life, and they're a champion.
What? I don't care
They're
what
also
it means.
Ava's my name. Okay.
I don't care what it means.
Oh,
It was
okay.
my segue.
Oh, okay. Well, we want to talk about Evangelion.
I want to know what your thoughts are on the original dub of Evangelion. Not the Netflix special dub, the actual original dub.
All right. So, thoughts are, you can obviously tell this was like in the beginning ages of the dub era. Because
Yes.
there were plenty of lip flaps that were not lined up with at all. And also, you could kind of tell that some of these people had never done acting in their entire life.
Oh, like,
There's some
give an
mailroom people.
example. Like, what was so bad?
Like the one of the lady characters, she's not a main character, but she's like in the
She's on the bridge all the
she's
time.
on the bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, guys, we're doing this thing. Oh my gosh, 100%."
Now,
Right.
Now,
And it's like,
are you referencing the series as we watched it or the movie? Because the one thing that
sorry, the
I
movie was pretty
always
good.
notice when I watch it is that the movie is like, hey, here's the main characters that we like paid for the voice actors, but you're in the hall. Come do a voice. Like, it's really interesting the way that the series has better voice actors
Yes.
than the movie, which always blows my mind in the original.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like you can tell, like, oh yeah, this person is like totally different from the gal who was playing it earlier.
Yeah.
But even still, like during the series, some of the voice acting.
I don't know
was
if that's
just,
true,
like,
lady. That's like one of my favorite lines. Like, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, that's my
You're like,
favorite line she
Where
has.
did they come from?
When they're making the dummy plug system and she's just sitting
Yes.
there in the room and they're
yeah.
like, hey, it's working. And she's like, I don't know if I agree with this. And it's like, whoa, hey. You want to try that one again?
Yeah. One more time.
Yeah,
please.
exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, as a voice actor, I feel like it's easier to tell the big difference between dubbing nowadays and dubbing when it was just first beginning, because they kind of just like, you don't have the amount of actors available now that you do today. Now, I mean, there's
Or
like
then,
so many, whatever.
Time.
Time! We already talked about this earlier.
Yeah, time. We're moving too fast.
My brain's moving too slow or too fast. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, you didn't have as much available to you like back in the day.
Yeah.
We do love Pokemon, by the way.
I love Pokemon. I'll just, if you go to our Discord, I'll show you so many Pokemon memes and people post Pokemon stuff there all the time.
Okay.
Plug. There it is. But yeah, so I think nowadays you just have like so many amazing actors and people who are available to the casting directors and people who want to put on different shows and stuff. Even on the internet, like there's a plethora of actors available. Whereas
Right.
back then, yeah, you had to grab someone from the mailroom and be like, "Hey, we need a voice. Do this now."
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're like, okay, sure,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
So I think that's my one qualm, is knowing that these people were definitely not actors
Yeah. Okay.
in some cases. But other than that, like, I totally loved it.
Yeah.
It was trippy.
I know, right?
It's
It's
so
super
great.
good. Can I just take a moment quickly to pause?
Yes.
Ava Champion, hands down, you have to join me on Discord because and you're a Bulbasaur fan and I'm a Bulbasaur fan. I'm like a super Bulbasaur fan, like grass type
Sure.
fan. I've got Grookey. I love Bulbasaur. Anyway, you should also go on the Facebook group, Bulbasaur Propaganda. Everything is about Bulbasaur all the time. post from there.
There's
just so
probably
you
a
know.
subreddit for it, I bet, too.
There's definitely that. And you love Japan. We should be friends. Like, we love Japan.
I
And we-
love it.
Yes, and we love all that stuff. And you're a Pikachu fan. Excellent. Okay, I just had to put that out there. So yes, please come join us so we can definitely chat and all this stuff.
Yes.
This podcast we do on a bi-weekly basis, but we also just do random like fun video games and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So come hang out.
A
join-
video game with one of the worst voice acting lines in the world.
Which
Vamos, the skeleton
and Dark
blacksmith.
Souls, yeah.
He has this voice that is like, hold on, see if I can replicate it.
He gets like super scratchy.
Have I invited Crispin Freeman before? No, but I mean, that would be awesome if he was here.
Where are they?
They are in Burbank, California.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Super like quiet,
Like,
quality voice acting.
I don't know who said that's the line we're gonna go with, but that's exactly what it sounds like, and it's awful.
Yeah, pretty
Crispin
bad.
Freeman, very funny guy.
Crispin Freeman.
He, it's not a problem.
Oh, no way. He's Sosuke
I'm pretty sure he's Sosuke Sagara.
from
Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic.
Our favorite, our lovey-dovey
He was
anime.
also in Promare.
Really?
Yeah, I think
What
he
are
was
you
like the
doing?
big.
We keep hearing
buff
the
dude.
Discord stuff going.
Oh, well
I think
then,
he was the big buff dude.
Oh,
in
was he?
Promare.
Oh,
think
like
so.
with the main guy?
No, not the main guy. Like one of the
The-
sub characters.
the captain or whatever.
The captain or whatever.
He had blonde hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not the antagonist,
Yeah.
but yeah.
He's buff because the antagonist is like really
I think
skinny.
that's who he played.
And also, apparently, Ava Champion is also a voice actor. Actress. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you have an Icelandic accent. I read. That's dope. That's so cool
that seems
you
really
have
hard
that.
to do, actually. I don't even know what Icelandic accent really sounds like.
That's very niche. I mean,
That's a niche accent. You got a
It's
niche
true.
voice
I
right
got
there.
niche voice. But I couldn't do that.
What's tinier me? What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm not knowledgeable. I'm not cool enough.
But speaking of Japan,
Yeah.
since
Oh.
a lot of the stuff we talk about comes from Japan.
It's a segue.
Oh, wait. How about this song? Segway
It's
time.
a segue time!
Segway.
Yeah!
Everybody
Segue
dance now.
time.
Dance,
Lean
Kelsey.
forward. It
Segway
stays
time.
upright. Everything's okay as you ride on a Segway.
Very good. So we have been to Japan like 6 times now. We were supposed to go on our 7th trip earlier this year in March before COVID-19 wrecked the world. Literally, like look at Kelsey's face. That's exactly how we felt. And her and our mom were supposed to come with us, so it's supposed to be like this really fun family trip. Anyway, we love Japan. We can speak
mom?
some amount. I said our mom,
I don't know. Okay.
and we are related.
I was like,
Her and I. Anyway, but like we were supposed to go all together, and we speak some Japanese. Anyway, so we've actually gone to Japan together before, twice,
Twice.
which is kind of crazy. Like I don't know, like I don't know how many people actually go on like international family trips and things like that.
Probably not many.
Probably not many.
We are
I
quite
mean, maybe.
privileged.
Has anyone else gone like on an international family trip? I know, right? That is super, very privileged of us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we've been there twice. But we went there once in the summer, and then we went there once in the winter, and both
Yeah.
had like some like seriously super cool memories.
so
The first time was in summer, right? The
Summer.
summer was first.
Summer was
Chris
first.
Patton does. It's Chris Patton, not Crispin
does-
Freeman.
Does what?
For Sosuke Sagara.
Oh,
My bad.
way
I'm
to
sorry.
go, Blaine.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Way to go.
I heard the
Giving
Chris
false
sound,
info.
and I was like, "Oh, it's Chris." It's
Dare
funny.
you?
Yes, and Ava Champion, you want to learn Japanese? It's my quarter language. Oh, that's really cool.
Ew.
Nice. I know. Japanese, I think, is really fun to learn. It's very difficult for the kanji portion of everything.
Yes.
But anyway, we know enough to get by,
Yeah.
right? And you don't even
you
really need to know. about-
katakana. That's like the main
Yeah.
thing that you need.
Well, yeah.
That's
and
really what
if
we
you
think
know
about
it, and you can like read it.
That's
Yeah.
you're good.
As long as you can read it into like your phone and then play it back, you'll be able to like hear like I always go back to like menu. And you're like,
Yes.
oh, menu. Like, that's the word menu. I get it. Yeah,
I can read that.
word. Yeah.
Chicken. Chicken. Okay, good.
Chicken
Very good.
skewer.
Yeah. But so we've been there twice, and then the summer was the first time, right? Or the
Yeah,
winter?
yeah. Our first trip
Okay.
was in the summer, so if anybody's gonna head down there during the COVID summer, I saw Only in Japan had a video in the summer doing a here's Akihabara with like nobody in it. So
Yeah, it's like
apparently
literally
you're allowed to
empty.
still travel around in Japan. I don't know what the exact rules are, but you can definitely
Yeah,
get
keep
out
an eye
there
on
and you can
that.
travel. It's hot.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
So awful. But at the same time, it almost feels okay.
That it's so hot there.
It's so hot that you just kind of you're like, yep, this is life now. But everybody has
I
a
don't know if
seat of
it's
some
okay.
kind.
It's so hot.
Oh, Wing Desario
Hey,
with
what's
his
up,
bright
Wing?
morning.
Wow. Wow, 5 a.m.
Main phrases you know are hello, goodbye, and where's the bathroom?
Yes!
Toilet desu desu.
That was literally what we say is like every time on stream. Like that was our first phrase we ever learned in
Yeah.
Japanese.
Toilet
Toilet wa
desu.
doko desu ka?
And then you had to learn what hirari migi like
Yeah.
sounded like so that you didn't accidentally go
driving.
to go to the
Yeah.
wrong room when they told you where the bathroom was.
And you're like, and you look like a dummy. They're like going left. They're like, no, that way. You're like, okay, sorry. sorry. Yeah. So, but yeah, in the summer it was literal hell.
Yeah, what-
Like sweating so much. I've never sweated much in my entire life.
What was your first? Because your first time in Japan was more recent. So what was
Yeah.
your first thought when you landed?
This is awesome.
Okay.
Because this is the place that I've wanted to go for quite some time.
Right.
Like, I've loved anime since I was a child. And then going from there, you learn about Japan and culture and wanting to, like, meet the people and, like, be
Yeah.
a part of the culture. And, like, I've done some traveling before that. So this was, like, a really special trip to me to be able to go there and to, like, finally see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like all of the different foods and stuff.
What I always think is
so.
so fun, especially you coming from the same exact background as us, where you've seen it in anime, you've seen it in movies, you've seen it here or there. Something as dumb as going to 7-Eleven feels so cool. You're like,
true.
holy crap, this is the place. This is where they go and they get their canned coffee. And
their cup noodle. Yeah.
just everything that you do that first time feels like
Like you're in an anime.
you're in
You
an
literally
anime.
feel like you're in an anime.
Yeah.
And that
Like-
was the most was that the most recent trip we took with
What?
with the other
Yes,
friends?
yeah.
Yes. Their consistent phrase was just like anime.
That was
Like,
literally
because so much of what goes on
Yeah.
really is from anime, like
Yeah.
steam stain, like melon bread, like melon pan is a thing in anime because it's so common in the bakeries and in like the 7-Elevens and
it's
stuff.
everywhere.
And so because it's so common, it makes its way into animation.
Yeah.
Yeah. but
Did you have a similar like thing you saw where you were like, oh, this is like anime?
I mean, getting off of the train and then immediately having, or not to the train, the plane, getting off of the plane and then having to immediately go like use the transportation system because you always see scenes in anime where people are getting on like the subway or the train or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I'm getting on a train. And
Right?
it's in Japanese. Wow.
You got
So,
that- the like the bing noise and then
Yeah.
The rush in the feel of the train is like going past you when you're standing at the tracks.
And also
stuff.
seeing like how on time it is, it was just like trains can be on time because living in
Right.
LA, nothing is on time as far as transportation goes, and everything comes every maybe half an hour. or so it's kind of lame that way.
Wow.
But this comes like every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Tokyo, right?
There's a train. As soon as the train leaves, you only gotta wait a second for the next one to show up.
Yeah, it's not that long. It's just like everything is just so convenient there. That's like one of the main things I really love about Japan. Not just like literally, we all know the convenience stores are everywhere.
Yes.
The trains, like you said, always on time, and like you could like it's kind of nice. Like you can. You don't have to drive anywhere and like wait in traffic. You can like live your life. You can like do your things on your phone and get to places and
Right.
see tons of stuff in a very short amount of time. It's awesome. You can drink anywhere you want to drink. That's convenient. You can like go to the park and like have a nice picnic, have a
Right.
glass of wine with friends. Like it's super great. That's that's super unique. Like you can't do that in the United States.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't.
think so.
I don't
Except
think.
for New Orleans.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a couple cities. Is it city specific or is it state? It might
I
be
want to say
state
city
specific,
specific, like Las Vegas and New Orleans.
where you can actually have
Yeah.
open laws.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's always weird. But at the same time, it's zero tolerance for drinking and driving. So like anytime
It's true.
that we've gone that I've had to drive, it's if I'm driving, no
Nah.
alcohol
Nope.
because you don't. They don't take kindly to that at
Yeah,
all.
like
which is great,
literally,
but
Yeah.
we would like
also like kind of like terrifying because over here it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can have a drink, maybe 2 in a night, wait an hour, and then you're good to drive. But over there, it's
Any
a
amount
0-0 like
of
at
alcohol
all.
in your system. But yeah, it's kind of like when we like ever were driving, like when we went in the winter time. It was only once, right? It was like a whiskey. Was it a Century whiskey joint that we wanted to go to?
No, for the in winter. Now this Kelsey's been with us for both a summer and a winter trip.
Yes.
For the winter trip that is well documented on our YouTube channel,
true.
youtube.com/Blaine and Katey.
There's a lot of stuff
We
there.
went to the Yoichi distillery.
Yes.
And the Matsu
I can't remember. It's not Matsuyama. but-
Matsuzaka.
Oh, I can't remember. We'll have to Google it. But
Anyway,
so
they're
like,
both the Nika distilleries.
Nika is what it is.
Um,
So I would drink
yes.
at one, and you would drive at one,
Yep.
and then you would drink at one, and I would drive at one.
yep.
Literally,
So
we had to go to
literally-
two distilleries
We literally took turns.
to like make this work.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know Blaine really, really wants to try
I
this.
really
like,
wanted it.
have to do it, 100%. So
and then
And-
I had the privilege of drinking twice.
that's true.
It's true. I forget.
good
Did you
time.
get your international driving license for that trip or not?
No.
No. Okay. So that was the big reason there.
Yeah.
On this last trip, we did it where we stopped at a winery, and Katie
It was so
enjoyed the
disappointing.
winery.
I mean, yeah, I loved it.
And then I got to
So
enjoy the
great.
Hakushu distillery. So one of us thought ahead on that
Come
one.
on, Japan! Like, why can't Japan just like figure out wine?
I don't know.
I won't lie. Like, their cheap wines, like in the 7-Eleven stores, are actually not that bad.
Yeah,
But like
they're
the
like
ones,
good wine.
Yeah, but like the ones at this winery where it's like Yamagata, I think prefecture, where Fuji is, just north of Fuji, they're famous for wine actually. Like in Japan, like somehow it's supposed to be pretty good, all that stuff, and it was like, this tastes like plastic.
Yeah, and
This is not good.
and both of and we were all in Toronto.
so bad.
You drank at the Toronto distillery, and that one was just
It was nah.
the grape juice is pretty good.
Grape juice is
Oh my
bomb.
gosh, the grape juice was gold.
Like literal gold.
I just wanted to buy like massive boxes and pallets of it and take it home.
right?
Yes.
Because it's just like, it was so perfectly sweet, that grape juice, but like tangy at the same time. And you could
Yes.
tell it was made with real grapes.
Yeah.
Like nothing sugar really added. It was just like,
It was
its own
just
thing.
grape. Yeah.
Anyway, so don't,
Perfect.
I mean, give Japan a decade, maybe 2, and then you can go enjoy some wine there. Just give it some time to mature. It has to catch up with France, It
And
takes time
Washington
to
and
cultivate.
California.
Which has been doing it for how many more years?
Yeah, right? Like centuries, probably.
So maybe we need to wait 100, maybe 200 years.
yeah, come back then.
I don't know. I mean, Washington figured it out pretty quickly, so maybe like you don't need to wait that long.
Yeah, we'll see. And Japan's usually pretty good about like
Yeah.
putting stuff together and like making it perfect or like working towards a better product, like like whiskey and beer and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like always. So good. Do you remember going to the Quran sake market?
Yes.
Did we do that both times?
We did that both times. I just figured that's kind of our tradition whenever we go to Japan now. It's just like,
that's definitely our tradition.
We get there, put the stuff away in our hotel rooms, and we go straight to Quran.
Yeah, we're like, let's book it. We gotta go.
It's such a tradition that I actually get and use coupons from giving them my email.
Nice.
So like
nice.
When we went, we were at Ikebukuro, and I went and I had a specific coupon that was like, we have this limited edition sake, show this email and you'll get it. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, when we went, I showed them the thing and they were like, oh yeah, hi, hi, hi. And they brought out that specific like cups to us where like Quran Sake Markets is an amazing place where like there's coolers everywhere full of sake, and you get cups and you fill them up and you taste it and you're drinking the whole time, and you get to bring your own food. It's self-serve. It's weird. They've got heaters. Most of it's chilled. It's so good.
Yeah.
But in this place where you pour your own and it's self-serve, they still have some that are like limited edition that they pour and bring to you, and so we got to experience
like it's not
that.
everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we highly recommend
we go so
that
enough
place.
that like sign up for their email list. It's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely recommend. And it's a really nice way to start off your trip too.
Absolutely.
What's up, Burger King?
What's up, Master Tate? Are you the master of potatoes? I sure hope so.
I love that name so much, Master Tate.
Master Tate.
Master Tate.
Yo! Wait, watch this.
What up?
Yo! Dude, I'm so jealous that you're at Burger King. Like, man, we could be there right now.
I'm not that jealous. We had ribs.
Dude,
Yeah,
we had
say.
homemade ribs, beans, corn, salad. Drop the mic.
Yeah.
Beans.
Burns.
The labor exchange.
Beans, Taggart. Beans.
Yeah. It's a great place to go, though.
I love Quran. And we've tried other types that are actually pretty decent. I don't even remember what it was called, but we went to one in Osaka because there's not a Quran sake market in Osaka. Mm-hmm. But there's a same basic idea in Osaka, and we were able to go and the big thing that they had like tempura fish and everything. It was like really good. So like they had some food items. Mm-hmm. That was the big difference there that I would say. But smaller overall,
like,
but
we're here for the sake.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Good.
Yeah.
Delicious, so great. That's what I want.
Still great.
Yeah. Yes. And then when we went in the wintertime, I think that was literally one of my favorite trips because it's one of the most unique trips that we've ever had.
Oh, totally.
Like,
it was beautiful.
Right? Like the winter snow and like just seeing it piled up high, and we were driving. When I say we, Blaine was mostly driving through the winter snows of Japan. Thanks for being a lovely chauffeur. You're incredible.
Love driving.
Claps for Blaine. Way to drive.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to play. Calling you, and the search is a mystery. It's so hard when I try to be me.
Hilarious. So good. But yeah.
We'll have to show Kelsey what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I'm like, I just assume we're dancing now. So I'm just.
It's from Initial D.
It's like an anime. It's an anime about drifting down the mountain.
Yeah.
Like we did when we were in BA.
Oh yeah.
You remember where the like. So this trip, we drove all the way to Furano and back.
Which is like the middle of Hokkaido.
The North Island.
You go all the way
went
down
to a place
on a ferry.
that like
this way.
2% of all people who travel to Japan go where we went. So
and that's why we had to go there also.
Super unique and super snowy. And like when we went to pick up our car and I told him when we were going,
he was like,
they were like, Yuki desu ne. And I was like, yeah, it's snowing. Like of course it's snowing. I know how to drive in the snow. Just give me the car. And they were like, no. We need to put snow tires on the car. And so they actually had a Honda Fit that had snow tires on it.
It was such a tiny car.
It was a Honda Fit. Like,
Yeah.
people know that's an American car. People know what that is. And so we took a Honda Fit with snow tires all the way to the middle of
From
Toronto.
Tokyo.
And in BA, we're getting Amber alerts right now.
Uh-oh.
1999 blue Honda Odyssey. If you see
If
one
you're in
in
Washington.
Wapato, Washington, which is not close to us. I wonder why we're getting the Amber.
Way to go. But, I know. Blaine almost spilled, but that's why we have lidded cups!
Yeah, no, it was a ton of fun to drive, but the snow in some of the places up in like BA and Toronto was so much that you couldn't actually see the road.
Yeah, lunchbox
there was
car.
no road, there was no lines, it was just ruts, and you were just like, this is my rut, here I go.
Yep.
And
like literally like
I
a
could
wall of
feel-
blizzard in our
I
faces.
could feel Katie and Kelsey like
Tensing
they're
on the car,
they're
like,
absolute like just let me live, like that's all I could feel it as I'm driving, and I'm literally driving like this is amazing. Like,
And we're like, we can't see literally 5 feet in
And
front
just
of
holding
us.
on to our luggage in the back, like.
yeah,
are
yeah,
we
you
gonna
were definitely stuck in the back there. And well, the
But we'll never forget those. It's really
after
cool.
we pet the foxes, we went to the
Just glaze over that way, don't you?
Yeah, after we pet the foxes.
After
we
we
pet
held
foxes.
and pet
normal driving in Minnesota.
foxes. Yeah, that doesn't.
Man.
Claps for Bill for driving in the snow.
We went to Geens and Onsen, and that's what like the start was, where I was like, oh, this is gonna be like, because the guys were like, oh, you need snow tires, and I was like, I don't need snow tires. What are you talking about? But like going to Geens and Onsen, and after the road had been plowed, and they had basically had created like 12-foot walls of snow on either side of the road. And it was like pitch black, and we're driving in this little tiny Honda Fit
Oh my gosh.
down the road to get to this onsen that's just at this tiny little village, little
Like-
tiny dinky thing. I was like, oh, this is
We
like
needed tires.
real snow driving. This isn't just like, oh, it's snowing like here in Washington, where I'm like, yeah, I could drive anything in the snow in Washington.
Like so much snow. It's
Yeah,
like literally
it was
like
insane.
a story and a half of snow, like on
Yeah.
the sides of you
Yeah.
where you're driving,
It was insane.
and you just pray that like no one's really coming up that fast this way, like around a corner or something, because you
you're
can't
just-
see them
Yeah.
literally coming.
Well, you're just hoping they stay in their lane. You're like, okay, here's a corner. I'm gonna stay off to my side. They stay off to
You
their
stay on our
side. We'll be
side.
okay. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was one of those like insane moments.
But I will say we never got it, and we've never been in any accident,
Never even
or even really
concerned.
had like a thing happen. Honestly,
Mm-mm.
like get stuck or anything like that. So we're super blessed.
Yeah.
I will say one of the worst moments on this trip. I was like reminiscing with Kelsey earlier. It's that we had to take a ferry from the top of the main island of Japan, from Aomori to Hakodate to Hokkaido, and that is the first time I've ever been boat sick in my entire life, and it was so.
It's funny because
awful.
I've been boat sick plenty, but
But I never get it. I don't know. Like it's just like a big boat. Like literally we're like crashing waves and the whole boat
it's
is
an ocean
sloshing,
ferry,
and
so
it's
like all the cars
disgusting.
are locked down. The funny part is the bathrooms have like a big bucket sink, and
They
then
have
the
it
normal
prepared
sink.
for you.
Yeah.
How nice! Like, I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, I'm just gonna go to the toilet. You know, like hover over a toilet. That's gross. It's kind of like a public toilet too.
Yeah.
But it's like literally like kind of like a urinal looking thing.
It's a massive like utility sink
But,
for
like-
vomit. Like,
Yeah, and it's like waist high though, so obviously you could try to pee in it if you wanted to. But like, yeah, you're like he was like, wow, and it's like got like a hose thing right here. I'm like, this is genius. They know. Japan ingenuity. So genius. Kanpai Steam. Thanks for the bidding. Can you say Dramamine? Yes.
Oh.
I
That's
didn't think
super
I would
funny.
need it because I've just never been boat sick before.
Well, and I wonder,
so
have
I was
you ever
assuming I'd be fine.
have you ever been on a boat out in the open water before?
Like the ocean? No. But like, I mean, we
You've only been on a lake boat before, right?
yeah, or river boats and lake
Riverboat,
boats.
lake boat,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would say riverboat, lake boat is so different.
That makes sense.
The first time I did a salmon charter, my dad and I went out to Westport and Westport, and took a salmon charter out. And within like 30 minutes of heading out into the ocean, Westport's actually on the coast, I hurled everything I had. And it didn't help that like we had started that morning by like looking for coffee and not finding any, but then finding we found a roach coach, as we used to call them, a food truck back in an alley. And when we got to there, we were like, hey, do you have coffee? And they're like, yeah, we got coffee. And this lady with like one tooth was talking to us.
You mean one tooth?
And they also had like some food. So I was like, I was still pretty young. So at the time I was drinking mochas. If I didn't think the place had good coffee, I would get a mocha. Because they're like, it's kind of hard to mess up milk, chocolate, and coffee. Like, you're not going to screw that up.
Yeah, you'll cover up.
And so my dad got his espresso, and then we also we got a Jimmy Dean like breakfast. He was like, you guys have breakfast sandwiches? He's like, yeah, we got breakfast sandwiches. And so she like pointed to her like her husband back there, and was like, put one in for this boy, and like. So we got this breakfast sandwich and we get out to the boat while it's still in the dock, and my dad is like, I can't eat this. He's had like 2 bites, and he throws out one of the pieces of bread, and there's seagulls everywhere, and as it flies through the air, they fly away from it, which isn't what seagulls do. And then it hits the water, and immediately this oil sheen just starts to spread, and it looks like you need to shut the docks down. Like, that place has gotta go. And so we got out on the water, and I was like not feeling good after that like mocha. I was like, there's just something wrong. So I just hurled, and I was like, oh, it's so much better. And my dad was laughing at me, and then hurled like 2 minutes later.
And you're like,
it's like, yeah, that was not a great idea. We should not have stopped at mysterious roach coach.
Nope. Wing Husaria said, the only time I got sick is on a plane. Oh, no. On a train for 17 hours from Mamer. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I can definitely understand, like, your first time being at sea. Like, it's a totally different, like, floatiness to...
Yeah. Oily bread. Yeah, but I like oily bread. So that was like the worst memory for me. But other than that, we had great times. Like, I can't remember a whole lot. Nothing really crazy happening.
Gosh. My favorite thing, though, was the onsen. When
a specific one or all of them?
No, the...
Nobori Betsu. I bet it's Nobori Betsu.
Probably. That's the one where we were outside, right?
On the rooftop? With the snow?
Snowed on our faces.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, when the snow is just like drifting onto your hot body that's in like a pool of hot water.
Yeah.
And the extreme contrast between hot and cold just like melt into you. There's nothing like that.
No, there really isn't. Incredible. And there needs to be. There needs to be something like that here in America.
And I'm just surprised why Western civilization has not. I mean, maybe in Europe and stuff like that, but like American culture, that's not present hardly anywhere.
Onsen culture, hot spring culture.
I mean, hot tubs are a thing, but like that's very like that's like very small amount of people can like actually have a hot tub.
Yeah.
And be in a cold environment like that too.
Right. And like a gym will have like a sauna.
But that's not.
But that's totally different.
Like, it's fine.
It's like
it's good.
Literally going to a place in order to wash off, soak in a big hot bath with that cypress smell like that, just the smell of the Japanese cypress wood. It's very similar to our Western red cedar. It's such a great smell. Having that as well as like the cold baths and just going there to relax. Like literally you're like, hey, I'm going to take an hour and a half, couple hours and just go relax and take some time for me. Like it's such an important thing.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
I need to relax.
Time to relax. That's a thing in Minnesota with our Scandinavian roots. See, now that's what I'm talking about.
We do have
in Washington.
We have
we have some, but
a hot spring in.
It's like in the mountains,
in Forks
somewhere.
Area.
But it's
totally different. And like we've been.
Are you talking about Soul Duck Hot Springs?
Maybe
There's Soul Duck.
I remember we went there.
And then
That was pretty dope.
And then Harrison
As
Hot
children, though.
Springs.
Oh yeah, Mount Mayor Solduck. There you go.
We didn't really appreciate it as kids, though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we did.
Well, and going as an older person, it's
Yeah.
like not as great. You're like, oh,
Oh.
okay,
This
I'm
is
here.
okay.
It's totally a different thing over here.
And like,
Whereas just that idea of like going to a place that's like literally down the street. Like you could
Right.
be in Japan, you'd be on like a busy street. There's a ton of businesses. There's a ramen joint. You just go up to like the 4th floor, and there's this place where you're just like bathing and like having a great time. It's crazy how you just be at the top of a building in the middle of a city, and everything is just like, let's relax and have a great time.
can we just talk about the post onsen milk?
Always.
Like that's literally one of the highlights, because we went to the
Yes.
onsen Monogatari, right, on Odaiba for our like summer trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and there it's like a very
Monogatari,
like, theme park.
it's like a theme park. So they've created a what do you call it? They've created a festival. So it feels like it's the
yes.
summer festival inside it at all times. So you have like the carnival games, you have all
like during
this.
the
You're wearing a
summertime
yukata. It's so much fun, and then you go out and there's this sort of like a mixed bathing area where you're walking. It's all foot, and they've got the fishies that eat your
they
feet, which
eat
are
your
super
skin.
tickly. They're so tickly.
So
We did that
good.
last time we were there. And then you
it's
can
all
split
good
off
stuff.
into the men's and women's bath, and it's so
It's just so fun because
comforting.
you can make it like like a whole family thing. So like you said, obviously you split for the baths, but like you have that communal area where you can go have food, go have your milk together. You can go like play those little like stupid chalk games or whatever it is, like make the
you
shape.
try to cut the shape out
the
of chalk,
shape.
or you
Yeah.
try to like bring all
Those
the
very
balls out of the
classic. Catch
use
a
like the paper,
goldfish.
like a paper net to catch balls out of a water.
Yeah, that
like,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It was
much
just such
fun.
a good time.
I know.
I want to
But,
go back.
Like
I want to go back.
it's cool.
We should be back.
I know.
we should have
been back.
We should be back.
But like, and
Cranky.
I kind of wish there was more things like that in America. Like, obviously, certain places do, but like
Yeah.
the ones that like we went to one in Canada, and it just did not
It was not the same.
measure up. It's like very lukewarm water, and I don't know. It's just
And
like
it's like it was like a
pools,
giant
outdoor
pool.
pools.
It wasn't actually like a hot spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So-
like the last hot spring we were at in Japan, as like a sort of like a hot spring ryokan destination in was that in Nikko?
I don't remember.
I think it was in Nikko. He was like, "Oh, the hot springs are a little cold right now, so we're pumping the water through." They had like a heater there to bring it up to the
Yeah.
to the level, right? So,
Yeah.
107-degree hot tub. There you go.
Ooh,
You
that's toasty.
McToasty.
Gotta start with
McToasty.
that ice bath and then jump on in there. Oh,
There
I'm
you
about
go.
It. I'm about it.
Or like get in the hot tub and like have an ice cube ready and like put it on your like face and neck and stuff. Fry your cares away.
Now you just need you just need to get that Western red cedar smell indoctrinated into it, like the little floaty eggs or whatever to help. Because that, like, we have this little like powder that's hinoki cypress powder that you put in a bath to make it smell like that cypress bath. It's so
I know.
we don't have much left.
We have one serving left. One little
It's
serving.
so,
But I know.
but it's like one of those
more.
things that like you have to
should've.
have it.
Next time.
You have to enjoy it.
But I was gonna ask you. So we've been like pretty much all over Japan, like north, south, Furano to Fukuoka. But you've been to a place that we haven't been before.
Yeah, we
So-
only drove through it.
Or I was gonna say Okinawa.
Oh, that's
We've
different.
never been to Okinawa
That's
before because I don't know why, but if we've heard a lot of things about it being very similar to like American culture in a way because like the U.S.
Yes.
base is there and all that kind of stuff. So we just want to see what was your experience like and how did you enjoy it or did you not like it? But I think you did. I'm pretty sure you liked it.
No, I had a great time. I
Yeah.
mean, I went there because some friends were living there at the time. So I stayed with them. I didn't have to pay for a hotel or anything.
That's always helpful.
I know, that was
So nice.
amazing. Thank you, Zach and Audra. They don't live there anymore, but otherwise I would give you their number and their address and all
Right.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Totally.
Free for everybody.
But I remember they had this friend who lived on the base, and they kind of showed me around, like, the mall. It's like the Mall of America, basically. And it had, like, you know, Texas toast and, like, California clothing and different things like that. So it was kind of fun to see, I don't know, I guess a bit of America there. And it seemed pretty authentic, like things you would find in like a souvenir shop in America.
Oh, okay.
That kind of thing. So it kind of felt like I was in America, at least in that part of town. But for the most part, like, it's pretty similar to mainland Japan as far as, like, having shrines and temples and kind of like, you know, new meets old and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But one of their different traditions is, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like little lions that
like shrine lions?
Shrine lions, but it's different because, like, this is where the tradition started. It started in Okinawa. And they're like protecting your house or your shrine or wherever you decide to put them, as long as you have one on each side of the doorway.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like an interesting thing that I saw.
The shishi. It's called the shishi, I'm pretty sure.
The guardian.
Maybe that's in Chinese, but
Oh yeah, it just
I can't remember.
It depends on what they are too. There's the guardian foxes, there's guardian bulls,
Well, she
there's
said
guardian
lions.
boars, there's guardian lions, there's guardian dogs.
there's a lot of
But
protect animals, I guess.
What originally came
many
over would have been the lions from China. Would have been what came over as the original protecting.
I'm pretty sure they are shishi. Because we watched the Flower Game, right? The Flower
Game,
Netflix, and the shishi was
And they attempted a shishi, but it looked like
really
pee-pee.
bad. What do you think? Like, because I remember you telling me that it was one of your like most favorite places of Japan.
It was
Is there a
my
reason
favorite because it's basically like the Hawaii of Japan.
Sure.
The scenery is just gorgeous. Their house was literally steps away from the beach. So they had this not paddleboard, kayak. They had a kayak. Which actually I ended up scraping my knees because of this kayak, because I was trying to carry it by myself and I'm just a little wimp. And there were some stairs to get down to the beach, so I like fell down the stairs while carrying a kayak to the beach.
So sad.
See, I bring the darkness everywhere.
Darkness
My
falling downstairs.
life is a tragedy. No, but I fixed myself up. Whatever. I got to the beach. I was bleeding all over the place, but I got into the water and it felt pretty good.
Great. Good memories of Okinawa.
Yeah, I was gonna say Katie can confer that a little scraping and a little blood never stopped any fun on a trip. We were in Osaka.
Why did you say that?
We were in Osaka, and a guy on a skateboard just bashed her in the ankle.
Dude, I forgot
He was like
about that.
trying to stop, and it just like smashed into her like ankle.
So we were
And
waiting,
he was like, "Oh, come in." And we were like, deja vu. And Katie was like, "Yeah." And like I totally forgot that I had like a med kit on me to like patch it up and everything immediately. So like we didn't patch it up until we were back at the hotel. But she pushed through and we saw like a bunch of stuff. So yeah,
I walked all day.
You don't let that stuff like ever like get in your way.
Down.
You're gonna
Power
enjoy
through.
yourself while you're out there. You're like, it's a little blood.
Right?
People blood.
Whatever, yeah. Blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
mean, people bleed.
It's only a flesh wound. So they say.
Right.
I just remember that kid was so embarrassed.
He was so upset. Yeah, it was really funny.
It hit me in the, and I think he wasn't expecting us to say anything back in Japanese.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he was like kind of like.
It was really funny.
Sumimasen. He was like walked away. He was like, wow.
Oh.
You're cool, dude.
Yeah, we had to like really convince him that we were okay.
Oh yeah. He was like, like you still, are you okay? Like,
Daijoubu desu.
Like, yeah.
It was really funny.
It was really sweet, but it's just kind of like, dude, you don't throw your board at people.
Attention to where you're going.
Ew, gosh. It's okay. Blood everywhere.
Oh.
Thanks, Steve.
Lucky bit from Steve.
Lucky Beetle.
Lucky Beetle. All right. We did Japan.
What else we got
did voice
from
acting.
anything else from Instagram?
Yes, there were a couple more questions from Instagram. And Bill, Mama Bill, I apologize. I think I got you guys mixed up on who asked which question. But I will ask them both. This is either from Bill Onage or Mama Bill. So with your VA skills, do you ever use them aside from professional settings? Like trolling people online or like doing a prank call or something like that?
Oh my gosh. I really should utilize that more often, to be honest. But I feel like I'm just such an honest person. And I have like so much
Such an honest, dark person.
Cynical, loving, dark person.
I accept the sadness. But I don't know, I just have a hard time like putting on a character like in everyday life.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to be authentic and I want to be me.
Yeah.
And if that's like a little more reserved and shy and whatever. So I haven't really utilized that as much as I could have.
Well, we should maybe set up something. We'll like do like a crank phone call.
A crank phone
a
call.
crank one.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Crank. Oh, I was thinking of like crank.
What's
the
that?
The hard drug.
Oh,
Oh.
that got dark.
Oh, good. Bill's gonna draw Dark Kelsey, the anime character.
Yes.
Even though it's like right now, like I'm totally, I'm sunshine and bubbles, but really on the inside it's like dark.
Maybe like
pressure.
yeah, flame hearts and like
Dark tentacles.
Dark Tentacles. That's a different kind of anime.
yeah, what are we talking about now?
What's the next question?
This is also either from Bill Onage or Mama Bill, I'm sorry. Since you have a relatively similar voice, which I don't know, can you do a convincing Katie impression?
Can you do a convincing Katie impression?
Is Kelsey's mic still on,
Yes,
they ask?
I'm
Okay.
I'm trying to not
Is it
make it
bumped
clip
up?
is all.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we get loud around here.
Let's see, here, I'll say something. I'll try to be as normal as possible. Hey, you guys, how's it going?
Hey, you guys, how's it going?
Sounds pretty good to me.
I mean, I can tell the difference.
Oh, wow, I sure hope so.
Me too. I hope so too.
Me too, I hope so too.
Who's trying to copy who right now? I don't.
Wait.
Wait, turn on Kelsey's mic.
It's on.
Let's see here. You say something else.
I like ponies.
Okay. I like ponies. Here, okay. I'll say something. Welcome to the I keep wanting to sing stuff. This is Katie here, signing off. Have a great day.
This is Katie here, signing off. Have a great day.
Nice.
Nice.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Started a mocking
gosh.
battle. Literally, this would be like a game that we would play in like high school and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like we would just like copy each other.
What was that?
Our
What?
chairs.
It sounded like a fart sound.
It is a fart sound.
Wait, do it again. It's our chair. It's our chairs just rubbing up against each other.
Oh, and we had it on Kelsey the whole time that we were doing the weird chair dance.
Chair dance.
We just had her staring at us the whole time.
So basically, I was farting that whole time.
Yes.
Yes, we were doing chair farts for Kelsey the whole time.
Awesome. Yay! So we're getting close to running out of time. Do you have any final questions? Things you want to ask?
I think we're good.
No? Yeah. Did you talk enough about Evangelion? Did you get that out of your system?
No, we'll talk more about Evangelion.
Okay.
We'll do it later.
Okay. Just keep like raising
And
your
more
mic
about
up.
the theory
we'll
of
talk about it more
relativity.
later.
More about relativity.
We'll talk about it later.
We have to watch more Gunbuster to get more relativity.
All right, we'll talk about relativity next time.
Next time on Dragon Ball.
No, Blaine and Katey.
But then
Fizzle
you
out.
have to
Fizzling.
come down.
I wasn't ready. I didn't get enough breath.
That's Chris Sabat with the same voice for every character in Dragon Ball.
Woo! Awesome. So it's been super awesome. Thanks for being here, Kelsey.
You're welcome.
Claps for Kelsey. For being a wonderful, guest on our show. Answering wonderful questions. I love it. I love it. So, if people wanted to find you, if they wanted to know how to get in
how do
contact
people
with
find
you, where are you?
People can find me on Instagram. I am Kelsey X Mayer, and on Twitter I'm Kelsey Mayer. I know, great, confusing. And and then I have a Facebook page. Just look up Kelsey Mayer, and I should be on there. I'm the only one with blue hair. That's Kelsey Mayer, as far as I know.
Woohoo,
Do
Kelsey!
you have a voice acting Wix page at this point?
I do. Well, I mean, not a Wikipedia. That would be awesome.
No, not a Wikipedia, like Wix.
I have
Remember Wix? Everybody was like making pages on Wix for a while there.
like
Yeah, that's weird.
No, I don't have a Wix.
You don't remember Wix? Oh.
I'm sorry.
There's
I mean,
like
I have a website, but it's in construction.
Construction site. All right, so go to the socials for now.
Yes, please.
Social's best.
Websites later.
Twitter is the winner.
Twitter for the winner.
I fully agree with that. Twitter has become my new obsession. I just started it in May.
It's so great.
This is a good time.
It's
We love
such a
Twitter.
good time.
Everyone there is awesome. All right, but we have a really important question to ask before we sign off. If you butcher a grass Pokemon and cook it into a burger, is it vegetarian?
Whoa!
No.
Yes.
It is. It's vegetarian.
It has to be.
You don't think Bulbasaur has muscles? And is made of meat?
But Blossom.
But he
Guess
has.
it depends.
He's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Flower.
Yeah.
It totally depends on what you're butchering because, like,
And what part of the Bulbasaur?
Bellsprout is a vegetable.
Definitely. But
I
if
don't
it's
care
a
who you are.
Bulbasaur, okay, Grookey's like a monkey.
Grookey's just a monkey. That's not, I guess.
He's a grass type,
Yeah, I guess that's rough. Not all grass type are plants.
though. Yeah.
I guess that's what that
Like,
goes for.
I mean, just because you only eat plants doesn't mean you are a plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, but plant like does
I mean,
point.
yeah.
totally. Because like blossom is like a flower, so of course they're made of only grass stuff.
Yeah. Only grass stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it just depends. Not all grass types are created equal.
I guess that's fine.
Thanks
But they
for-
are still equal.
Yeah.
They're equal.
Awesome. All right, we should do a little dance party before we go. Turn it up, babe. Babe. All right.
Thanks for coming. This has been the interview with the voice actor on the Blaine and Katey Kanpai Cast.
Thanks, you guys, for joining us. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing some Dark Souls, probably, or maybe Mario Maker. We haven't
We've
decided.
ground a bit in Dark Souls, so we're ready for that. But Mario Maker, always a crowd favorite.
It's true. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks to Kelsey for being here. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jane!